Good evening, everybody, or good afternoon, or good morning, or other times of day that I'm not aware of. How's it going, Karahur? Welcome to the stream. Let's start the stream in there. Clicked the button. I left the computer streaming for a little bit at the beginning, so I could go and make myself a coffee. And it's not very hot, unfortunately. Didn't make it very hot. Should have made it a little bit hotter because we're continuing. Yeah, but we have stuff to do before we actually get ourselves down to business. I think everything is going well with the stream. Seems like yeah, at a steady rate. I need to up my bit rate. My upload needs to change soon because I can. Oh, a recap of the last stream. A lot of salt. A lot of me being very angry that everybody kept stunning me and dazing me. So last stream actually was a very interesting stream. Not the most interesting stream so far. I think the beginning of the game is really very interesting. And then there's a few points in the game that kind of just bring it up. Just bring more to the table. But last stream we finally got to confront Redrick, who was...
Rest would be good.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
rest would be good. Who was the Lord of Gilded Vale, which is sort of a county sort of thing here of the country. Excuse the burp. And he had killed his wife because she was not only because she had given birth to a Hollowborn, which is a child without a soul, but specifically because she was a follower of Eothas. And Eothas, as you might remember, is the god of rebirth and the god that specifically got killed in Waidwen's War, which was its whole thing. And people think that children are being born without a soul because Eothas died, and those who pray to Eothas are just not allowing Barath, which is the god of death, to do its business, and things don't always go according to plan. Then after that, we went to Cadnua. And Cadnua is a place that we're gonna explore today. I think mostly for today. We're gonna go somewhere else as well. But we also found that guy over there with those teeth. Harris, how's it going? Welcome to the stream. I say Harris, but is it Harry or is it Harry's? I don't know. There are some names in English that are weird to me. Like for example, Sean. For example, it's why? Why is it Sean? Why is he not Seen or Sheen at least? But it could be Harry's, or Harry, I should say. It's like Stephen with a PH. Why is it Stephen and not Stefan? I always say Stefan. I'm terrible. No, I didn't have time to take a look at Grom. Time has not been a thing. Maybe this weekend. Maybe I will. Can't promise you anything, but I will take a look at it. I'll definitely take a look at it. So yeah, and then we went to where we are right now in Cadnua, and we had a conversation that we're still gonna have. We're just gonna skip through the dialogue. A conversation with Merwold, and Merwold was, well, is oh dang it. Oh, there it is. I got the save still. I forgot to buy supplies. And Merwold is a watcher, and so are we. So we can see souls, and he explains to us.
How do you do?
In quite some detail exactly what's going on. And the first, and I am glad if you're not aware of how the game goes and all that sort of stuff, and you're watching this for the first time, I'm glad that you're watching my thing, because I'm explaining everything. Because he doesn't make it easy for first time players to really understand what's going on. The Leaden Key is apparently who somebody or a group of secret things that will know more. They hate the Watchers, but they will know more. So we'll see that in a little bit. Let me just buy stuff over here. I'm just gonna buy stuff because it doesn't really matter for the money. I'm just gonna buy supplies. Really, that's we got some savory pies over there. Maximum endurance, might, and perception. Some interesting stuff. It looks amazing. Actually, I don't know what it looks like, but it looks delicious. I know what it looks like. It looks like it's delicious. I just don't know what kind of food it looks like, because I never had pies like that. We don't do pies like that here in Portugal. It's not common, anyway. So yeah, we're going back to Merwold because after he talks to us, he goes mad and he killed us straight away. But we had to sleep. So now that we have slept, we'll be able to deal with the guy, and it's all gonna be amazing. It's all gonna be hunky-dory, or stuff like that, with words that mean nothing to me. But apparently people say them when stuff like that happens. Yeah, I had a lot of trouble excuse me, here in Cadnua, specifically because of the phantoms. They're like shadows. There have been some shadows, but the phantoms are just such a problem. And yeah, here is Cadnua. Cadnua is just basically an old fort, an old, well, it's an old castle, really. It's got everything. It's got its own armory, it's got its own gardens, it's got stuff outside for no reason whatsoever, but they decided that oh, you know what? I don't want the protection of the walls. It's got double Merloned, battlements over there, and it's got the I know what these are. These are gatehouses, effectively. What is it called? Barbican. That's the one. Yeah, they're not really a Barbican. A Barbican is a different thing, as far as I remember, anyway. Oh, Twitch doesn't let you do that. So Harry's or Harry will be okay. I'm glad that I have not been calling you the wrong thing then. Harry's place. Oh yeah, I had never read the second line. My bad. That happens. It's a thing that happens. I have no idea. Wait a minute. I know who Bruce Springsteen is. I've never heard of any of his songs. Do I know who Bruce Springsteen is? No. I know who Bud Spencer is. That's not the same person. So no, I don't know that. So yeah, we're going down here to the that's not even, I mean, it's BS, I suppose. So it's good. Anyway, we're coming down here because this is where Merwold is. We're gonna have the conversation again. I'm gonna skip through it because we had it already last stream. But I can show you in the spots that matter. Am I right? Yeah, I am. This is exactly where we need to be. Because he's through this door. We need to open that door. I suppose we could find a key somewhere else in this room, but I can do this. Let's save the game, and let's get killed. This is not going to go well.
Hope that helps.
I don't think we're going to be killed. We're not going to be killed, but knocked out.
No.
He's crazy.
Keep away from us. Leave us.
Outside the wall, exactly, Karahura. A Barbican is sort of a protrusion from the castle wall, or from the curtain wall, as it should be. Castle wall would be too generic. You wouldn't be. Yes, it's the curtain wall. It would be a protrusion, sort of a at the end of the drawbridge in front of the gate. Yeah. So it doesn't necessarily have to form a yes, that would be a Barbican. So that is not a Barbican, that's just a normal gatehouse. So these guys, even though it can look exactly the same, it's more about the context of what a Barbican is. A Barbican is the gatehouse in front. But it doesn't necessarily have to be a gatehouse. I believe in this, so I can't be certain. But for example, in some castles, you'll see like a normal, imagine a circular wall, just a castle in the middle, simple as can be. Well, actually, it's not very simple at all, but imagine that. And to protect the approach to the gatehouse, for example, imagine they make a wall that is parallel to the road that leads up to the castle, like for like 100 meters or something, and then a tower at the center, at the end, or something anyway at the end. That would be a Barbican nonetheless. That would be, I think that can be considered a Barbican, but it can also have a different name, and I don't know if that is the case. Oh, Born in the USA. I have heard one of his songs then. I know that one. I know that one. My glasses are murderous. Excuse me. Can't see anything without glasses. I mean, I can see. You just can't read. Barbican and Barbican, yeah. Bud Spencer. Yeah, he's an actor, but he's more, sort of old school. Archon Derek, welcome to the stream. No, you haven't missed anything. You arrived precisely when you meant to. You arrived precisely at the end of last stream, so I don't think you were here last stream. At least I don't remember saying hi to you. So if you were here and I didn't say hi, I'm sorry. But yeah, we're talking here with Merwold. I was just recapping what was going on. This guy is a watcher. We are a watcher as well, and hopefully he will explain. So he does explain.
We should come.
He does explain what's going on.
Isn't here,
Let's see.
and he isn't fooled.
He's very
He has
crazy.
sent for no callers. Be gone, deceiving spirit.
Let's go
Mayor
with
Wald
that.
will come to speak the wind. The god
Okay, no choices, no need to remember what I chose before. Let's go with that. And
Lost.
that. Okay. Yeah, so... what is an awakening? An awakening is... Because he became a watcher, he also awoke. Awoke is somebody that, as an awaken, is somebody that remembers their past lives.
Something
And that's what's going on. He
reminds.
can't distinguish between all
Memory,
that's going on, and he's
Personality, ghosts
accosted
of
by
spirits, troubled
guilt from
memories,
the actions of his past selves.
angry memories
Um,
pulling my war death we brought. Hold.
okay. So... Okay,
Boy,
chose
the
that.
soul, a marauder's soul. You'll get
I chose that before. So
soldier
basically we're
and
going through the
marauder,
same ones.
lies and vengeance and dead villages.
I go with
How
rationale.
little we know.
Yeah, and then I chose that and that. I think
So
I'm choosing the same
fragile,
things.
The Watcher's mind. So real. You were
And he tells us
Mayor
how we got that.
Walsat,
We
and
got
his
that because of the
hearth
machine at the
watched
beginning of the
his
game.
fire,
Our character understands
watched
everything.
the
He's
wood
kind of, he's
burn.
really tricky
Then
to
came
understand.
The memory of another fire
But our character understands
and
everything.
burning wood and
Oh, what's going on
screams.
with my... No! Twitch! Why are you crazy? Why are you crazy, Twitch? Don't show me your stupid summary. Terrence Hill. I think I also know that guy. And Shiger Blues, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome back. So, let's see. There must be a way for memories to go away.
Always there.
And-
Keys of lead. Secrets.
It's the Latin Key, which is a
Goddess.
secret
Crown
organization.
shattered and body burned.
Excuse me.
Binder of oaths,
And I can ask all the things.
City of
And
defiance.
now,
Never
that's
far
where I need to
from
go-
the
to go.
queen.
we need to go to the Finance Bay. So, if I need to go so I can search for this man, yeah.
Sleep well.
Hold.
And he
I
doesn't
know
let me
you
out.
Will die. Your betrayal is for
And here
nothing.
it is.
Your warnings are lost on these foreigners, and their blood will be Gallowayne's tribute this night.
Let's
I
go
have
to the
asked
fight.
elders for
This
the
is where I
honor
ended
of
last stream.
claiming
And it's very, very tricky. He's got some wind blights. That thing is weird. It's got some wind blights, flame, and small flame. This is gonna end in very bad things. Do I have everybody with their appropriate weapons? No, I don't have you with your appropriate weapon. Everybody else is, fortunately, so let's try and attack you. Let me get you... Actually, I'm just gonna keep attacking because I don't know what's gonna happen. You can transform... No, you can't because we're not in combat for some reason. Let me... Yeah, disengage. Okay. So, yeah, everybody's stunned. Or dazed. Just bad things going around. You're not, fortunately enough, so I can do this. These guys are immune to disease, ground, hobbled, poison, prone, sickened, and stuck. So this thing in particular is gonna work really well. I can't see. Are you blind or something? No, you're dazed. Really? Huh. Well, cast that if you can. Okay. I'll finish this ability. I'm actually... I think we're good. Let's just keep attacking that, because that thing is nasty. Let's see. Chilled Wind is probably gonna do very good damage against these guys. I don't really know... They are immune to fire. Yeah, you'd guess they would be immune to fire. Let's see what happens here. Chill Wind. No, Selenubra finished her ability. So we got a small wind blind over there. And that's a kill. Ella finished his ability, and of course Merwold is taking damage. That's pretty good. Let me attack Merwold back there with this. And I can try and do it. No, actually I can try and do this. Phantom Foes is amazing. So let's try that. See how things are going. Okay, so you're gonna try and do this. Ella just finished his ability. I think we're gonna have a lot of trouble with that spear. With that, let's try and attack you here. Nice. Okay, so Durance finished his ability. Let me try and do this, and then you are gonna continue attacking that if you can. No, actually, you're gonna try and attack that and see what happens. That's a kill. Okay, so you attack that over there, and Aloth attacks that over there. And Celenumbra just finished her ability, which means that you are going to be dazed for 4.8 seconds, and the Spirit Shield over there for a long, long time. That's okay with me. Crucible of the Soul unravels the Vital Essence and does burn damage. I wonder what he's immune to. I never used this. Is this per rest? It is, so let's not use it. It doesn't really matter. Because I'm not a damage dealer. Okay, so things are going really badly. You do that. I can't do much up here. Let's try and do that on you and see if things go well. She also has a heal if I need to. I kind of don't want to. Let's just see what happens. That's a kill over there. And Brasswick has deactivated his Spirit Ward because he has gone down, which means that we all need to attack that. Yeah, he's gone down because that guy blows up when he dies. Sonya finished her ability. Let's go with that. I think he's going down. He doesn't stand a chance now. Why are you not attack? Why? Yeah, I told you all to attack. Oh, yeah, she's reloading. Sonya has just taken a bunch of damage, so let's try. And that is wound binding, but that's for himself. Let's try and get that on her. Okay, that's a little bit better. But we're gonna need some proper stuff in here. Let me see what I can do. So you can try and knock him down. He does have some deflection, which is kind of surprising, to be honest. But let's get... no, let's just keep going, because I think we need... Ether finished his ability. He didn't get knocked down. How likely is that? 42. Come on. Celenumbra finished that ability, which means that he's gonna be dazed and blinded, which is pretty good as well. And Ether finished his ability. Yeah, it's going down. Let's see. I need combusting wounds. Okay, you're really in dire straits right now. She should not be there. But if she goes down, she goes down. I'm not going to really spend... Actually, I should. Another heal on her. Okay, so he doesn't have combusting wounds. Apparently that missed. That heal was irrelevant, as it turns out. Okay, I'll get the Recall Agony pretty soon, so he does... So we do extra damage. Low endurance for Durance. It's pretty bad. Can you fall back as well? Because that'll be pretty good. I think we can be okay here. She still hasn't landed a hit for 51%. Come on. Seriously? Yeah, he's healing. He is healing. Okay, so she's landed her hit, which means Recall Agony now. Come on. Okay, Recall Agony is now on him. Everybody attack. We don't really have too much stuff. I do have this thing over here, so that might work for some extra damage. And I'm also going to try and daze him. Oh, he's nearly dead. He's going to die. Yeah, that Recall Agony is just, yeah. There it is.
Can I wait that older said? Don't want to discuss it.
That was Aloth talking to himself. There is a change in the air of the keep. What was thick and suffocating feels to you somehow more breathable, as though yielding to a conquering invader. Merwell's body lies inert. You can feel his soul lingering there, uncertain. There's something unique about this soul in this place. A bond formed in decades of inhabitants and lordship that feels somehow palpable to you, as though even in death the keep knows its former master, and the former master remembers his keep. She's now granted the Speaker of the Restless. In your mind's eye, the bond seemed to you as a frayed rope, ghostly and alive, its frayed ends writhing like tide-pool anemones, and you find that if you concentrate on it, you have the ability to manipulate his strength, or its strength. So we can bind Merwell's soul here as an eternal warden, allow Merwell to pass from the world, or draw upon the energy of the rope itself, siphoning knowledge from the connection. Let's see. My character... I'm gonna allow Merwell to pass from the world. Let's go with that. Strand by strand, the connections fly apart like the overstretched strings of some ethereal instrument. With the tearing of the final string, the rope becomes liquid and dissolves from your awareness. Meryl's soul hovers near you, a vortex of strife and discord, but there is something else there beneath it. Something like relief. His soul passes through one of the walls and is gone. So we did it! Hi Roller, welcome to the stream, how's it going? A skit about English pronunciation. Thank you very much, Karaher. That's very deep, High Roller, to start a stream or your participation in the chat with that. Some are born great, some achieve greatness, and some have greatness thrust upon them. I agree with your opinion about Tyranny and Pillars of Eternity. The companion quests, well, they tend to be... I actually didn't find them to be unsatisfying. Well, some of them were. I liked. It's not really the quests that are good. I think it's the development of the quests that is interesting. Rainer Zufall, welcome to the stream. How's it going, man? Welcome on in. Still better than Twilight. I have no idea. Probably, most likely. I've only ever heard a little bit of Twilight, and it was awful and terrible, and I hurt inside because of all of that. That was just awful. This is new stuff. Look at that. We have Bulwark against the elements, but he's not gonna stay with us for too long. So I'm not even gonna bother too much with him. Because what we're doing right now... Well, actually, I don't know what we're doing right now.
Certainly.
I don't know what we're doing right now.
You won't see me coming.
We're looking... Oh, yeah, we're sleeping. I want to sleep.
It's no trouble.
Is it no trouble?
There you go.
Because sometimes you say, oh, I'm not too sure about this. I am, Yeah, he's dead over there. I'm sure.
I'm not sure how I feel about this.
That's what she says.
There you go.
So how is the Adra and some monies? Good stuff. All things considered, that was good stuff. Okay, so let's go back up and talk to the lady that's trapped inside of the chair. Because there's a lady that's trapped inside of the throne chair in this place, and she knows stuff. She knows a lot of things. And she has the voice of the Watcher, of the dead... No, Watcher, actually, of the...
Hey, you're right. No sense listening to that old bampot.
And Virago, not now.
Virago. Damned Virago. That's Haloth again, talking to himself. Haloth's questline himself is actually the one that I least found interesting. And also, I didn't think that Tyranny had companion quests. Did they? Let's have a chat with the steward over here.
I felt Meerwald's passing. You slew him.
Several of him, yeah.
It saddens me to hear it. But part of me is grateful to no longer have to wait and worry in darkness. This place has always known its master, long as it's had one. It has a will all its own, which has little to do with the castle and much to do with the land it's built on. It looks to you as Meerwald's successor now, whether you care for it or not. A dubious honor, inheriting a fortress both broken and cursed.
I like it, I like it.
In the right hands, it could be so much more. If you had only seen it in its day. Will you stay?
Sorry, I thought I had muted myself. But the mute button doesn't work now. Because of reasons. Don't worry. Yeah, mute button doesn't work. Sometimes this happens. I think it's the way... yeah, now it works. It works. Okay. Sometimes it doesn't. I'm sorry. But yeah, we're gonna stay. Of course we're gonna stay. We came here to get this thing. Yeah, now I'm remembering. Tyranny does have companion quests and progressions, yeah. Yeah, especially progressions with all the quests that you embark on. I thought they did very well in that department. Let's see. Must go to the final space. Yeah, in search of the queen. Not really of the queen, but the queen. We know what that is. Yeah, Merylwald said. So let's go with this one. Merylwald said I must go to the city of the Defiance in search of the queen. Oh, she doesn't talk. If it's Defiance Bay you seek, I'm sorry to tell you that you've come a long way for nothing. The Eastern Barbican collapsed decades ago, and Merwold never got around to rebuilding it. The road here is a dead end. He got as far as gathering materials before his mind became preoccupied. I could make arrangements to have it repaired, if it is your will. When it ceased to be the previous master's will, I became powerless to do anything about it. For what am I but the master's instrument? It would take time, but far less than finding another route to Defiance Bay. Okay, so how do I do that? Merwold set aside. I know how to do that. So what does being the master entail? Okay, responsibilities. I know what they are. Not really important. I mean, this is important for gameplay reasons, but I know what they are. What did you mean when you said this keep was cursed? That is important. Merwold's curse was his own. A Watcher's curse. His madness. But his predecessor was not, have not fared better. There is a presence within the keep, or rather, far beneath it. At least such has been the conclusion drawn by all who have come to this place, for what spirits still linger in the endless paths oft speak of a master below. Every effort to settle here has failed. From the time of our Aediran colonists onwards, beasts rise from the endless paths until the new lord or lady is no more. The one who dwells below, this master, does not tolerate rivals, it seems. I have seen, from time to time, intrepid explorers descend to lay claim to what answers they can, but none return. This is the force which has kept Cadnua a barren ruin, and robbed me of my hopes. Okay, what are the endless paths? The endless paths of Audnua, or Cadnua, Audnua. This is the name given to the labyrinth beneath the keep. The Earl, we were warned by the Glanfathans that this site was cursed, and there is a legend attached to it, though at the time we thought nothing of it. The ruins were built, it is said, by a powerful Engwithian named Audnua, who ruled there until his people turned against him. They destroyed his endless paths and filled many of the upper tunnels in with soil and stone. No one leaving knows how far down the tunnels stretch, and few who have ventured there have returned. There is much talk of riches and treasures. The promise of Engwithian relics alone has drawn many a fortune-seeker to their deaths, I fear. Yeah, so who is this master? I could not say with any certainty. I believe it must be tied to the man who is said to have been the architect of the endless paths, the Engwithian tyrant Audnua. Some claim his spirit endures, or at least has laid a curse upon the site. I cannot imagine much remains of his work, for the ruins have been here 1,000 years or more, but what is left is impressive. The Earl certainly thought so. You may have seen, while below, the hand of the great statue Audnua constructed. Perhaps it is a statue of Audnua himself. Yeah, we see the tip of the fingers outside as well. So I'm not the master of Cadnua. Well, I am the master of Audnua, not... Anyway, of course you are. The keep would have no other, but the endless paths are a different thing entirely. It is unfortunate, really, that they are so closely entwined. If the master below is not dealt with, there will always be a threat to the keep from within. I know it is much to take in, but if you could remain, if you would master this place, then I can only advise you to seek out this foe before it destroys you. Okay, that's really good. So, time to find this queen. We know her name in the City of Defiance. And she says, you must know this queen you're looking for. Defiance Bay has no queen. The Mechwinds of Aedir haven't reigned here since the war. The only queen with any power here is Boudica. Or Waedica? Waedica? I don't know how that is pronounced. Anyway, I'm told they erected an exquisite temple in her honor there, but I was never able to see it. If you mean to go there, we can get started right away on repairing the Barbican. You need only tell me what you wish to do, and I'll make the necessary arrangements. Merwold kept a ledger, as it happens, and I have taken the liberty of updating it. You can take a look if you wish. Okay, take a look. So let's get underway at once. If you should wish, you can repair the structures. You need to choose... Okay, I know how that works. Thank you very much. So here we are in the ledger. That is a part of the interface that we didn't get a chance to mess with yet. We could have clicked on the button, but it didn't do anything. It says, oh, you don't... Oh, that's the soundtrack. Companion quest in Baldur's Gate 2, yeah, definitely. And New Vegas are pretty good as well, yeah. Some are better than others, though, but yeah, that was pretty good. Well, what New Vegas really did well was entwine the character, or the companion quests, or the companions themselves with the main quest. So that was pretty good. And even if it wasn't the main quest, it was still so deep into the setting that it's you always ended up messing with that. And Neverwinter Nights 2, I have fond memories of the companion quests in Neverwinter Nights 2. But to be honest, I also have fond memories of the companion quests in Knights of the Old Republic too. My opinion... Oh, that's Harris, yes. Yeah, they're part of the main story, that's right. I've only finished Neverwinter Nights 2, I think, once or twice at most. Probably twice. Probably once and then again before I played Mask of the Betrayer. Okay, so Eastern Barbican needs to be repaired. We need to have a little bit of money. That takes how much time? We're gonna get these things. It's done. Okay, well, it's done. It's good. So I'm gonna want, not security, I'm gonna want to, excuse the burp, prestige. As much as possible. So Bright Hollow Restoration will allow you to rest there. Other upgrades can unlock resting bonuses for it. That's pretty good. The main keep will repair your Great Hall, allowing visitors and that's adventurers to be available to you. That's much more important. Let's go with that right there. We can't hire anybody yet. We can look at these things. And that's that. The status is Stronghold. 20 of Fon Prima. 28, 23, Arbor 14. Main keep construction started. And the Barbican is done, so we can go and get our newest companion. And that's why I haven't leveled him up yet. We can also leave some stuff over there. And it's all good. Okay. So my objective is... what is my quests right now? So I need Never Far From the Queen. That's the main quest. I don't know what chapter it is, though. The Master Below, that's one thing. The Tide... Oh, yeah, that's... Time and Tide. Wait, find the ruins beneath Kanua. Yeah. The Trials of Durance, that's another thing. We're gonna keep with Durance. Bring Ether to speak with Merwold. Interesting that we don't have the quest for Aloth. That I like that. So that way it's not gonna mess with me. And bring Ether to speak with Merwold. After telling Ether that I was headed to Ketnua, Merwold was not in any condition to answer when we found him. Ether will have to decide how to proceed from here. Let's have a chat with Ether. He probably wants to talk. Let's level up. And then we'll go to... We'll go do things. I don't remember the influence system. But I do... your Rainer, what you say does remind me of something. I think, but I didn't really have too much to complain about it. Okay, so let's see what spells we're gonna get. We have some... Yeah, basically I'm just going with crowd control. That's my character. So this does damage, not interested. This does damage, not interested. I need to remember this. It's as simple as that. Sets the target frightened for 22.5 seconds. It's accuracy versus will, so that's pretty good, actually. Plus 10 on the accuracy. These things are versus reflex, and this is versus reflex, or should be, yeah. Okay, so that's not really what I want. Amplified Thrust. It does a bunch of damage and also jumps. It's a very, very powerful ability, but not... I mean, I could use it, but let's not. This is another slash. It also jumps, and Psycho-Vampiric Shield that drains 10 resolve, excuse me, for extra deflection. So it's really nice, but it's more for a fighter. Also because I think... the Cypher uses the target's strength of mind against it, stealing a portion of its resolve in order to better deflection incoming attacks. But that's on self. This is on self. For 25 deflection on self. It doesn't say over there. But yeah. So, generates a rebound wave of psychic feedback between the Cypher and an ally that causes crush damage to enemies caught in between. So this is damage, not really interested. What about this one? Fractured Volition. Hobbled for... Oh, for AoE target. Yes, amazing. Hobbled for... Hobbled is really powerful because it reduces dexterity, which is really nice. And reflex reduced as well. Actually, it'd be better if not reflex was reduced. I suppose it's good for AoE, so if I could just smack these guys with Hobbled and then... And I guess weakened is nice as well. They have their mighty constitution reduced by 2, movement is reduced by 1, fortitude and will are reduced by 20. So not deflection though. I really would like deflection. I mean, this is powerful. I like this one. Pain link, what is that one? Mentally links nearby enemies to the target, forcing them to experience a portion of all damage. 25% of all damage applied to nearby enemies. That's good against a single target. It is very expensive though. I'm not really sure I want that. We'll see. Puppet Master, Dominate. Oh, that's... What's the difference between this and the other one that I have already? Destroys the target's psychic defenses, leaving them dominated by the cipher for the duration. Dominated. What is the... A target is subservient to the will of the enemy and will use everything at its disposal to fight its former teammates. Overrides Charmed, because that's the other one, what the other one does, right? Dominated is exclusive, meaning a character can only have one dominated affliction at a time. A newer one will dispel any older one present. So I might want this. Versus Will, of course. It doesn't really have an extra thing over here. Excuse me. Secret Horrors. Let's see what that one is. There. Causes enemies in an area of effect to believe their worst fears have been realized, frightening and sickening them. So we got an accuracy +1 versus Will, frightened. So that's pretty powerful. That is pretty powerful. That just plays into my own thing, because my extra radius is just amazing. Solar Ignition over here does a bunch of burn damage over time. Just incredible amount of damage. I'm probably gonna go with... This is just too long. I'm gonna go with Puppet Master. Pain Link. Or Puppet Master. What's the radius on this? Range 8 meters. It doesn't say. Well, I suppose that's the radius. Oh, that's a good point. That's a good point, Slint. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Pain Link does seem to be pretty good. Puppet Master is interesting, though. I would like that. Now that I think about it, now what Slint said is just exactly something I want. The Pain Link is important, but I don't think I would cast that, because I have another thing. I'd rather kill... I don't care for the other ones so much, because I will have AoEs somehow. We'll see. But yeah. Yeah. I'm looking forward to dominating things. Okay, now actually there's something that I've been thinking of. We need survival. We need survival. So let's see what skills we have. So we have I have mechanics, and you're gonna have athletics. Somebody else is gonna have athletics as well, and it's gonna be you. So you don't need athletics as much. Although the second wind over there is gonna be interesting. We'll see how high I want that. But survival is probably gonna be what I want him to. Just frontline survival is probably gonna be more important. Let's see. So these burps, I apologize. So the second wind is interesting. I guess athletics is good for the second wind. And I can go with survival over here, because it's gonna allow me to just have the other nice things. And now he has weapon specialization. Look at that. Fighter abilities. And I didn't prepare for any of this. Lovely. Lovely. Okay. So vigorous defense. It's a modal. Once per encounter. No. Extra defenses on user. Okay, not really my kind of thing. We'll see, we'll see. 10 of the grace is converted to hits, and 10% minimum damage. That's a passive, confident aim. It's interesting. I think he has a modal thing already, and that's the one. Yes, he does. Defender. That's his thing. That's his thing. It's just, if I want to improve the defender, I actually will take extra defender. I think there's some of these things that will. Yeah, this is a modal as well. Disciplined barrage, extra accuracy, into the fray. The fire lunges through the battle, twice per encounter, causes pierce. Oh yeah, that's like a thing that, yeah, I'm just gonna go with the weapon specialization because I need him to be accurate. Vigorous defense is really good for a tank. Yes, it is. It doesn't last for very long though. I have buffers. I will have buffers. So basically, I'll have. I'm not really sure how a paladin works yet, but I'll have because I'll have Durance. I can give him some extra buffs. Of course, it's not to say that this is not going to come in handy, but for right now, Durance is kind of helping there. And I, of course, have some extra buffs coming from our Druid and from our Paladin, hopefully both of them. Not really from our Cypher. But we'll also see what the Ranger can do, because the Ranger also has some interesting abilities. I might end up just respecking all these guys later on, but we'll see how that goes. I hope I don't have to. If I do, it's... well, we'll see. In terms of weapons, what do I want him? Let's see, Battle Axe, Sword, and Morning Star. So he already has a Morning Star, even though that's a flail. Actually, that is a flail. A flail is a thing. Yeah, so it could be a knight. That gives him a crossbow. So Battle Axe is the two-handed. Should be. A sword is a one-handed for slashing and piercing. And a Morning Star is for crushing. Whereas the Battle Axe is probably for slashing and crushing. Or just for slashing. It should also count as crushing. What it should do is different types of damage. So that's what it should do. Like 1 to 10 crushing damage plus 5 to 20 slashing damage or whatever. That's what it should do. And not just whatever is highest. But that would make it even more complicated as it is. But now I am glad that I understand the system now, that I can just contribute with my own opinion about things. I don't want you to have that. Hatchet, spear. Actually, what I should choose for him is more dependent on what kind of fighter he is. So that's probably one of the places where I'm gonna... yeah. Where I'm gonna... struggle with the most. And probably respec. So he's pretty mighty. Let's see if I have a Warhammer. Because if I have a Warhammer, this guy's getting one. I got a poleaxe, two-handed, a bunch of two-handeds. And I've got a great sword. Yeah. Not there. We don't have Warhammers over there. These are maces. I think that is a good idea to have a Warhammer on this guy. Because that is a... I think a Warhammer is going to be pretty awesome. So I might just have to level him up for right now and not take advantage of his ability. That's a soldier. So it gives him great sword and pike, which are both two-handed weapons. And then it gives him Warhammer, which is the only single-handed weapon. It's bad for his versatility. So I think over here, so if I want versatility, I will go with a sword because it's a versatile weapon. But I really wanted something that was just massive amounts of damage because he's pretty mighty. I mean, that Battle Axe is gonna help. The Morning Star, I also think that it gives a bunch of damage. Ruffian. Yeah, Ruffian, yeah, it's traditional rogue. He's not really that. These don't do much damage. Anyway, they are more for, and they are also very piercing oriented. That club, though, maybe. And the blunderbuss and the pistol. Yeah, I had this in my Let's Play on my character. I wasn't very happy with her damage, and she had a bunch of might, if I remember correctly. Cloud, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome on in. Welcome on in. So, yeah, I'm probably going to go with the knight. It also fits him a little bit better. So I'm just going to go with a Battle Axe, Sword, Morning Star, and crossbow bolts. Or crossbow. So that's that. Good stuff. Okay, so he's going to need to have a Morning Star. Do I have any of that? Is that a crossbow? No, that's an arbalest. Do I have a crossbow? I don't have a crossbow, do I? Stupid game, not having crossbows. I think I sell one. There it is. And I need a sword. Really. Well, we have swords. A fine sword right there. Look at that. Look at that. So, what is the sword like? Oh, put that in there. And then this goes over there. Which means you need a war bow. You get that. Yeah. Good. Good stuff. Good stuff. So he gets these, and I think that's as good as it gets for him. I also have this great sword, which might be very good. If he had a third slot, I might use that. We'll see. He can use it at least, so that might be very good. I mean, he could always use it. Just now he has a buff. He has to his thing, because weapon specialization. Battle axe. It's a battle axe, not a great sword. It's a sword. Okay, so it's a battle axe. So that goes back in there. Okay, so that's his level up. Let's see. You, Durance. Save the game before I mess with you. And let's... Also, I need to talk to Ether. He's just gonna be lore. I could get some survival, I suppose. Nah, just go with lore for casting spells later. And he gets a bunch of things. Circle of Protection. I'll remember that. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. It doesn't last for very long. Well, it's kind of not very bad, but I remember that. I have Despondent Blows. What's that for? Minus... Oh, fail AoE. Minus melee accuracy plus crits converted to hits. Instead, so from the other way. Nice. That's really nice. Very nice debuff right there. Dire Blessing strengthens allies plus, yeah, resolve in battle, so extra crits. Very nice. Over here, oh, the Pillar of Faith. This is powerful. This just does a bunch of damage. It's not very damage oriented, but I like that a lot. A Prayer Against Restraint. Immunity to Hobbled, Stuck. Oh, that's friendly AoE. Yeah, that's nice. All these Prayer Against Restraint, that's the one. Restore Moderate Endurance. A Warding Seal that just does a hazardous AoE of shocking damage for 600 seconds? Generates a magical seal that explodes in a burst of electrical energy when an enemy comes into... Oh, it lasts for 200 seconds. It's a trap. Very interesting. Watchful Presence and blesses AoE with endurance below... Oh. Is that passive? No. Blesses allies with the aid of a sympathetic soul, releasing a healing effect when their endurance is low. How long does that last? It doesn't. So, that's good. I like it. Just go with that. And Aloth, who's not going to stay with us for very long, is still going to go with this lore. And I'm probably going to get some of these beautiful things that I has over here. Repulsive Visage. No. Noxious Burst. Corrode damage. Sickened. What's that? Just does more poison damage. Character has all attributes reduced by 1, fortitude and will are reduced by 10. So it does a pretty decent amount of damage. Mainly bounding missiles. Summons 3 missiles that pierce through the target and leap to 2 additional targets. Yeah, it's really nice, actually. Displays the image, that's for deflection on him. Kalikoth's Minor Blights. Until weapon changed for... What? Creates a ball of energy in the caster's hand that can be thrown at an enemy. Causing burn, freeze, corrode, and shock damage to anyone caught in the area of effect. Blights are continually replenished until the spell ends. That's interesting. I don't know how powerful they are going to be. It doesn't really say. Expose vulnerabilities. Minus damage reduction, minus deflection, minus concentration. I want that. Deleterious alacrity of motion. Just extra speed. Movement speed. Okay. Cracking bolt. Does a bunch of damage. Does he bounce? Yeah, bounces up to 3 times. Is that on friend? No. Is that on foe? It's just the draining touch over there. Hardware delay of motion. Minus speed, minus move speed. Arcane dampener. Foe AoE beneficial effect suspended. Oh, that's interesting. But I'm gonna go with Noxious Burst over here, because this thing is very, very powerful. Let's go with that. My currently strongest spells for my Cypher. I have a Puppet Master, which allows me to control enemies. And I have a Secret Horrors over here, which do frightening for a long, long time, because I'm very intelligent and on a very big area. Just frightens enemies, so I'm looking forward to that one. I also have some pretty interesting things over here. Phantom Foes, which is nice. Recall Agony, which is pretty interesting. And Mental Binding, which is one that I don't do very much, but it does paralyze enemies, so I probably should. It paralyzes the target for 12 seconds, and it stucks all the characters around them for 8 meters. That's pretty amazing. For 9 seconds as well. It's a little bit less likely that I do that. But I'm very happy with my cipher.
I'm here.
I'm very happy with my cipher. Now, what we're doing right now is we're getting out of here because we're going to get Sagani. Hey, Drayden. How's it going? Welcome to the stream. You just arrived, didn't you? You're not leaving. You just arrived. Why would you leave as you just arrived? So we finished this gatehouse. I'm not really sure if it is a gatehouse. It should be a
Just
gatehouse.
like your breeches, scholar lad. It's enough from you.
It looks like a gatehouse because there's no windows over here. So that would indicate that under it there is the portcullis and or inside it there's the portcullis, which is ugly if you put windows on in front of it. So yeah, we're leaving with all these guys. I don't think I can do much. I have no way of doing anything else because I'm just waiting for the main keep to be complete. Yeah. Okay, we're good. So we're leaving. I should probably sleep. Can I sleep over here? Yeah, I can. Damage reduction 2. Consumable duration, damage reduction. Damage reduction. Damage reduction.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to sneak up on you. I just... Well, you seemed preoccupied.
That's Eloth. Well, you seem preoccupied, Heloth.
Bad old watches, a colt on our trail. What's not to worry about?
Yeah.
I suppose I've just noticed you acting a little, unusual lately. Talking to people who aren't there, remembering flashbacks of your previous life. I just want to make sure you're doing all right.
I guess I don't know what to make of this either.
And I'm in good company. I should let you rest. It looks like we'll have another full day tomorrow.
Maybe, but that was not his quest line. This is Ethered wanting to talk to me, and also Eloth. I don't want to talk to Eloth because I'm gonna leave him, but I'm gonna talk to him after I save. Eloth seems lost in thought. He flinches when you draw near, sucking a sharp breath through his teeth.
What can I do for you?
Are you all right?
Of course. Merely processing some of the unusual things we've seen lately. And if Meerwald is to be believed, it would seem you've an uncertain future ahead.
Yeah, my situation is more dire than I realized. We've got to find this Latin key and fast.
That does seem like the logical course of action. I shall follow your lead.
Okay, I want to discuss something else. Tell me of Aedir. Okay. And he tells me of Aedir. Aedir is the country, right? I've been for more than a year now. I've been gone. Oh no, his country. Yeah, the Aedirn Empire, which this one seceded out of. But I suspect I'll always think of the forest, the fields of Aedir. Okay, have you been difficult to adjust to Deerwood? People here are informal, hot-blooded. Yeah. Does he like? I've gotten accustomed enough to keeping my thoughts to myself anyway. Yeah. How long were you in Gilded Vale? Okay. Any thoughts on what I should do next? Okay, it goes back to that. I want to talk to you though, dude. Yes. There's nothing else. Okay. So let's talk to Durance. Let's talk to all of our guys. And see.
Thought I felt your eyes on me. Now come the words.
Yeah, I had some questions I wanted to ask you.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
This guy. Why were we supposed to meet? Because that's what he said when we met.
The why of it is you're a watcher. A watcher runs 2 rows of why. For me, it's more a matter of what. There was a time when I wouldn't have spared a thought for your words, or even bothered with you. But now, seeking out watchers is what I do, to put the truth to them, see which of the 2 ways they bend.
The truth? What kind of truth?
Either you're a dry field in need of harvest burning, or you're lost into darkness. Either way, you can see differently from others. I can tell by the way you notice the staff first off. Not many can see it at first, nor the etchings or the flames, but your eyes trace the path. That I could see.
Yeah, he's talking about his staff, because he has a very magical staff, which I am still keeping, and I won't sell. I don't think I can sell, actually. So which are you, a dry field or lost in darkness?
The day we don't trade that question back and forth is the day our paths no longer need to be joined. And the trial... the trial is done.
So you don't know either? I mean, what he's saying is true. No, nobody really does. Well, you shouldn't really know. Anyway.
You know this nation is diseased. Don't need to be a watcher to see it in the children, the politics, the men that stalk the roads with knives in hands and murder in their eyes. This land needs life again. New seeds planted in the burned soil. And something tells me that you can see the path to making that future happen, Watcher. Your kind always does. So then, we need to make sure you see truly now. This nation, its people, don't need any more lies blinding them. Nor do I. You test the truth. You don't blindly accept it.
Then how do you plan to test me?
Sharing the road, of course. One truth to match another. Matching each other's pace. Keeping rhythm. Other priests can keep their teachings and rantings. For my faith, my teaching, sharing the road is a simple, hard truth. And when you knock one truth against the leg of another, why, both legs stand firm. But now if you strike a lie at the knee with the same force, why, you make a cripple with but one leg to stand on.
Is that... I asked this, and I always tend to ask this in my I always tend to ask this, and I asked this in my Let's Play, but I'm not going to do that. You won't find my truth lacking.
The road is young, so are your words. The truth will win out. Keep peace, keep pace, and we'll see.
The cost of troubling me seems to worry you little.
No, yeah, it worries me very little. I wanted to ask about the region and its history. He grunts. Okay,
That's
Hollowborn.
a curse that runs deeper.
Oh.
It's a god hammer of a different sort. And like the god hammer, it was made by men's hands.
Okay, so the Hollowborn is the babies being born without a soul. I'm not sure if he's going to explain what the God with the Hammer is. That's the weapon that was used to kill Waidwen. Waidwen, who was the invader of this country, claiming that he was the incarnate of God Eothas. So that's the God Hammer because it killed the god.
All things have a price. Left unchecked, faithlessness, virtues, it leaves marks on our souls. Until souls don't have the strength to enter bodies that are pure. Animancers, ciphers, all who play games with the fabric of souls are to blame for the barren field they leave behind.
So this is another of the possibilities of why the Hollowborn happened. So people think it's because Eothas was killed. Other people think that it's because of Animancers and ciphers. Animancers are people who are scientists, basically, or doctors of the soul. They're scientists, really. They sort of have that. Some are quacks, but still. Ciphers are more innate. I'm a cipher myself. He doesn't seem to really care about that. But a cipher is somebody that just innately messes with the soul. So that's what he's talking about right there.
Even watchers can do the same. Some simply watch, others try to weave souls, guide them as surely as Waidwen across Evon Deur. That is why I correct the Hollowborn when I find them, and the ones whose hands have led to this seed being spilled on the ground.
Correct the Hollowborn?
There are fewer souls. There are more vessels. It is simply equaling of the process.
He kills them. Which, as I mentioned last stream, a lot of people do, because it's just children without a soul. They're like, they don't do anything. They're just empty vessels, and people kill them. But not really a spoiler. But at the end of the game, we'll see that that is not a very good idea. So I'm still gonna stand against that, just because I'm a psychic. My character's a psychic. Let's see. Yeah, that's murder.
I feel more remorse in putting down a slathering hound. A wict? Less than a mongrel in its misery. Murder is a kindness, not a crime. Always has been. I would sooner put the blade to those who are to blame instead. If any spirit should be punished, it's theirs.
Yeah, and who's to blame?
The fields of the Deerwood are filled with weakness, ripe for those that play with souls, minds, Animancers and their kind. Watchers, too. They bear more of the burden than their victims, and more of the punishment. Every year has seen a new crime. The Saints' War, which is when Elthas was killed. The Hollowborn. Is that a crime? Sure. And the Salvation. Yeah, but there's no proof Watchers are to blame for these events. There are few who can shape a soul in such a fashion, and any Watcher, any true Watcher born in the Deerwood, which is this country, would be able to see the crime even if they did not cause it. Silence itself is damning. Would they be able to see the crime? So he's saying that because the Watchers... Now, do you have no proof of that? That's interesting. He's very... I mean, I always knew this character to be... I never really fully understood his character, by the way. But I always knew him to be very, very set in his ways early on. But I kind of tended to avoid him as best I could. I'm not ruining the fun, Caraher. Don't worry. I mean, I'm playing with the fun, but knowingly. I'm not spoiling anything on purpose. I'm talking about the things that I think the game should... That I think I would have had more fun if the game had made it more clear to me. That's what I'm saying. That's... more immersion, please. Yeah, but High Roller, it's true. But not at this point in the story. And I want to kind of explore his character over here, because in this game... there's two types of companions that I've seen. There's the companions that really, really change. And it's kind of sort of a theme for this game. There's companions that really, really change their character throughout their quest. And there's the other companions that are just, oh, I want to do this, and I want to figure out this, and then they don't really change their character. Eloth is one of those characters that doesn't really change. But Durance, I think Durance was written by Chris Avellone. Was it? Yeah. Durance was written by Chris Avellone, as well as the Weeping Mother, and the Weeping Mother is my favorite character in this game. My favorite companion, anyway. Not my favorite character. That is someone that is not written by Chris Avellone, but written by a couple of guys. Well, actually, a guy and a girl. Well, I suppose that's guys nonetheless. But I don't remember her name. It's very late in the game. But he does change. He does change because I remember my reaction to his changing dialogue, because he has a dialogue at a point where his story leads him to a point where he changes, and it's not really a snap, but he's just so felt, and it's crazy. It's so powerful. It's so well written. Chris Avellone is really, really good at that, of just being capable of creating emotions with his writing. It's so it's just so awesome. I didn't want to come with Durance. I didn't want to bring Durance because I knew his thing already. But I'm glad I brought him. I'm glad I am with him. So continuing on here. Watcher is a Watcher. Okay, so yeah, basically saying that Watchers are to blame because they are not claiming who the problem is. Why don't you end me then? Because I'm a Watcher.
Murder you? I would not grant you any of them. The mercy I grant the Hollowborn. You would not be deserving of it.
Yeah, because he kind of hates me. He doesn't really. It's really interesting. At least I didn't get that impression. I don't understand why. That's something I don't understand. It's not to say that the game doesn't explain it, but I don't understand why he has this attitude towards me of just distance. He's very distant, but he's like, it's very weird. But you'd echo murder is mercy?
Murder is an old word. Mercy is letting a soul fly free to the next body. True punishment? Ruining someone to their soul. Crack their spirit like you would crack their skulls with a staff. Beat them. Hurt them in mind and body. So their souls become shards. But you leave it inside the vessel. Like a bag of glass. To either choke on it. Or pass it through their bloody stool.
Yeah, that's what ciphers do. And that's what Animasters do as well, if they want to, because they can.
Then, leave it in the body to think on it. Like planting a new field with the right seed.
Huh. It sounds like you've committed it to memory.
Many marks may I make upon your flesh, but flame leaves marks that cannot heal. Magran doctrine dictates true punishment is one that remains in memory, in the soul, in the flesh. Even should the victims die, slowly or swift, sometimes by their own hand afterwards, the lesson lingers, burned in their flesh.
It's weird. He's burned in their flesh. It's not in their flesh. It's in their soul. But he's making it sound. I can't pronounce equate. I'm not even sure if that's how it's pronounced. But he's saying the soul is the flesh. I don't really understand if that is the case. I don't think it is. I can't really, because the setting might have its own rules about the soul, and if the person is still the same person once they reincarnate, like, because what is the soul in this game? As far as I can tell, it is actually that souls have a have a tendency to do some things over and over again, as they go from body to body and from soul to, from life to life, but. And if with that in mind, I can say that there's a certain justice in that. It is very harsh. It is very draconian to punish somebody throughout all of their lives, to punish a soul throughout all of its lives. But then again, it's no more than just chipping away at the soul and saying, okay, this bit here, let's just take that away, and you're not gonna be born again with that bit over there. So I guess it's just sort of molding. He's saying that things properly burned in the flesh stay with someone even after the flesh perishes. Anonymous, welcome to the stream. I think it might have to do with that, actually. Magran is the goddess of fire, I believe. So that, yeah, and he likes fire. So that might have something to do with that as well. But that might have something more to do with the sort of process of punishing these people. So yeah, but there's a certain justice in that. I'll say that.
Have you seen a man branded by flame?
That's what he's saying, yeah.
He remembers it always, in every waking movement. It is a lesson writ in the only ink and vellum that matters. Blood and flesh. One can burn the soul as well. It is an art, and I do not take pleasure in it. But there is more at stake here than forgiveness. Many of Aethys' faith were punished in the purges following the Saints' War, and the ones that harmed children, they suffered worse.
I don't remember what he's talking about here. I mean, I know what Aethys' faith is, and these are the Saints' War. I've said this many times, but let's see. What do you mean?
We did what must be done. Wherever they were rooted out. Their souls reclaimed. And if they couldn't be reclaimed, we ensured they would never inhabit another body.
How did he do that? He's not a cipher. How did he mess with their souls? It's gotta be the god, or the goddess in this case. Magran. Okay. Do you think there's any tie between the Hollowborn and the Godhammer? Oh, this is to do with the superstition that people think the Hollowborn are because they killed the god. Let's see.
Aethys was the god of rebirth, and his light does not fall on the Deerwood. I've heard some claim it's his doing, his death. It's closed the halls to new souls. I doubt it. The Hollowborn have their roots in the acts of men. Women, I feel it.
Yeah, so he's blaming again the Animancers and the Ciphers and the Watchers. Not so much the Watchers. I did get the impression that he just add them over there. I don't think he knows that. I'm pretty sure he's just claiming, just pulling that out of his ass. He says he feels it, so he feels it in his ass. I think he's just trying to I'm not spoiling anything because I don't remember, but I think he's just trying to deflect. I think he feels guilty. I think he feels he's the responsible. And this over here, when I asked him what he meant by punishing the followers of Aethys, His face hardens, his hand clenches his staff, and then he said, we did what must be done. So I think he might feel, guilty because of that. He didn't want to talk more. I think I can continue.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your...
No, he doesn't want to talk to me again. Come on. Really?
If doubts and curiosity...
We just keep getting the more and more dialogues of him getting pissed off.
If doubts and...
It's just all different.
What I have, Watcher. If doubts some flames spread easier than others.
Okay, he sleeps. He sleeps back. Okay.
If doubts and curiosity plague you, you're skinning your knuckles on the wrong door.
Darth Destructor, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Phaelax, welcome to the stream. Yes, there is a playlist, Phaelax. I upload all of my streams onto YouTube, so you can catch up on that. And the good thing about that, if you're still here, if you just didn't leave right away, and if you did, you might watch this on YouTube. But the good thing about watching this on YouTube is that you can watch it on double speed, and just skip bits when I talk and just say stuff that doesn't matter. But yeah, so. That's an interesting thing. So if you want to catch up, any of my streams are on YouTube. So thank you very much, Shiger Blues, for linking to that playlist. Thank you very much. I'm doing very well, Darth Destructor. Very, very well. My back hurts a little bit, but I had a lot of fun playing the games I played today. So yeah. I think regret and guilty might be two very similar feelings, but I can't say I disagree with you. Let's not spoil anything for anybody, shall we? Let's see. Can you tell me about Magran? No, he doesn't want to talk to me again. My god, this guy. Now, for Ether. We talked to Merwold. Ether wanted to talk to Merwold. Actually, I can look at his quest. So after telling Ether that I was headed to get Nua to see its lord, which were Merwold, an old watcher named, he expressed that there were things he'd like to ask Merwold as well, but he didn't actually tell me what those were. I think I know what they are. His quest is very, very interesting. And especially with the expansion, I really, really like Ether's quest. I really like his character. He's just a very, very cool person. Very, very, he's the best. Ether is the best, or there actually, because it's got the accent. So yeah.
That old watcher. I don't know what I expected, but it sure wasn't that.
The crazy man that killed us? Yeah, you said I had some things to ask him?
Nah, it's kind of embarrassing now. I just got a dumb idea in my head is all. Don't know why I thought it'd work. It's funny. That's probably the first thing I got my hopes up for in, I don't know, years. At least I got that out of it.
Oh, come on. I don't like the suspense.
All right. Guess fair is fair, and you did bring me to see him. Those rumors back in Gilded Vale about my brother, Woden, about how he'd turned against us and fought for Widewind, been on my mind for some time now.
Yeah, he told us about this. Shut up, Garth. He told us about this when we met, about his brother. So they both fought against Waidwen. And Waidwen was the invader, the leader of Red Ceres, that invaded Deerwood. And Red Ceres is a country to the north. And I think his brother went missing or something like that. I don't remember. I think he explained it. But it doesn't really matter. There were just rumors that his brother had been fighting for Waidwen and switched sides.
The thing about Woden was, he always knew what was right, and that's what he'd do. One day he set out to fight for Deerwood against a man claiming to be our god. So I knew that's what I had to do too. It was right. But hearing claims that he died fighting for Rayed Ceres, that got me worried. Not that he'd chosen the wrong side, but that I had. It didn't seem right what Widewind had in store, but if he really was Aethys...
Oh yeah, I remember. This guy is really cool because he's really down to earth. But he presents himself... I really like his character because he presents himself... he's so well written because he's not... He's so well written because if you want to write a character that's down to earth, and if you want to bring that character across, you write him in a different way. You don't write him like he is written. But so basically his most defining aspect is kind of hidden under all his dialogue in a way that is not immediately apparent, and it's really, really good because you kind of expect somebody like Aloth, for example. He's complex and he's got all his past and he's got all his knowledge and he's wise and he's weird and he's witty, and he's very complex. And Ether comes across as complex, but he's not. He's just cool and down to earth and just like a normal person. And his brother, he's afraid that his brother might have fought for the other side, for the invading country, and he's not afraid that his brother made the wrong choice, but he trusts his brother so much that or implicitly anyway, that he's afraid he did the wrong choice. Adair did the wrong choice, so it's really, really cool. But that's just the information we have right now.
I thought maybe this old Watcher would know how my brother died.
Oh.
So I could see if it was true. Like he could, I don't know, read it in my soul or something. Use our connection. Told you it was dumb.
Why didn't you ask me for help? I don't know. Guess because I didn't know you. It's hard to trust a stranger that says she's a Watcher.
Of course, I knew the truth deep down. A Watcher's not psychic. I think I just had this idea, and the idea made me feel a certain way, and I didn't want to lose that.
Really, if I wanted to find out about my brother, I shouldn't be starting with Watchers. I should be starting with records. Really? Why don't you? If there was anything written down about it, they'd have it in Defiance Bay. They got an archive of that palace.
You've done a lot for me already, but if you could see fit to pay that archive a visit with me, well, you know. Knowing my luck, the records clerk will go crazy and try to kill me. I'd feel better with you in there with me.
Sure. So there it is. That's his quest, and I'm glad Aloth didn't start his quest. I think his quest starts way later when he actually starts getting symptoms. So we're not gonna do Aloth's quest, but it's easy to do actually once we just get all the things. Oh, Caraher. That's an interesting distinction between guilt and regret. I think it is a little bit too artificial and not So you say that guilt is something you did and regret is something you didn't. I don't think that's the case, but it can just all mean different things in different languages. I think those are not synonyms. But you can always spin it around. If it's something you did, it's something you didn't do, and if it's something you didn't do, it's something you did. It's always the other way. Like, I'm not doing stuff right now, and I'm doing stuff right now. So do I have regrets, or do I have guilt? I think guilt is more blaming yourself. Is more towards blaming yourself for something, whereas regret is more to do with just the inevitability of what was gonna happen, and the reason why they go hand in hand is because you can regret your actions and feel guilt for them, but you can also regret your actions and not feel guilt for them. So they go hand in hand, but they're similar because of that, but they are also distinct, I think. But that's just my take on it. I guess we can't really tell. I mean, I can't really tell. Maybe you can just come up with. There must be something online explaining what it is. Guilt is about actions and regret is about decisions. That's also a very interesting way of looking at it. I think you don't feel guilty if you didn't do anything. If you just thought of it, I guess. But action, thinking can be an action as well. But I suppose in a more general term, that's I think Anonymous might have a very very interesting way of looking at it. I think that's good. Pro-social emotion. High Roller might be onto other perspectives. I like that as well. Anyway, where we're going, actually before I do that, so Pillars of Eternity Companions. Did you guys see news about Pillars of Eternity 2? There's sort of things. I have not been spoiling myself, but there's things. So I'm gonna we're gonna play with Sagani, Palagina, and Hiravius. I think Iravius, was he added in the... No, he was not. Oh, he's an Orlan. Okay, so I know where Sagani is. She is, location, Wood End Plains. So she's directly south of where we are right now. I got the game minimized so you guys can see anything. Decision is an action. Drayden also, yeah, that's true. But don't forget that language has limitations, so trying to overanalyze what anything means can lead to bottomless pits. So try to engage with the definition rather than the you know what I mean. Pelagina, she is in, where is she? Ondra's Gift. I don't know where that is. Can I tell where that is? Ondra's Gift. Where? Oh, is that outside? I can't tell. And we have Iravius. He is in Stormwall Gorge. Not great. Not great. But we'll continue. First Sagani, and I really want to get my characters because I want to start shaping up my team and all that sort of stuff. So let's see. We have Wood End Plains over there. That's where I need to go. And yeah, I don't think we have access to a lot of the things. We know nothing. There is no spoon. Oh, Shigehiro Blues, you're saying in Defiance Bay. But I don't know what you're referring to. I was saying so many things at the same time. The cake is a lie.
I'd be glad to.
Is it? Is it a lie? I don't think it is. I never thought it was a lie. The problem is the cake is a metaphysical construct of what the reality actually is. And just because you can't access the reality, in this case the cake, doesn't mean the cake is a lie. And if you are accessing it in a different shape, doesn't mean the cake is a lie. And even if you don't have the construct, the metaphysical construct of what the cake is, and when I say metaphysical, I'm just mean really the perspective of it, not really, you know, the notion that it exists. Because that's a whole different rabbit hole right there. Just because you can't access it or have a different perspective doesn't mean it's a lie. Because what is a lie, really? What can you tell? It's like defining a lie is the same as defining a truth, right?
Laying low.
Because the opposite would apply. Oh, this is going to go so badly. I don't want to mess with them. I think Sagani is down here, though. I think I just need to follow the road. Eating the cake at night is a transgression. Well, if you brush your teeth afterwards, shouldn't be too bad. Even if you don't. Oh, there she is! Oh, and Itumak. I never played with Sagani. Never ever. I don't know her quest line. She's a brand new character for me. And we're gonna drop Eloth. So, let me just get all of his equipment out of him. Oh, wait a minute. That's one of his stuff. No, that's not. You can keep that. Actually, let's put all of those in there. And the spells, the paladin can keep the spells. It's gonna be for me to use, but still. It's a lot of spells. Good stuff, good stuff. And he keeps that. He also has a spell word amulet over there. A helmet over here. Sorry, man, you're gonna be naked. I can get you something. My bad. My bad. I think I didn't have your robes. There's fine robes over here. Let's go with the crappiest thing ever. Baratheon. Are those really that inexpensive? 0 gold. Oh, he looks fancy. He doesn't. He looks so bad. It's so crazy. But yeah, at least he's not naked, so there we go. Yeah, sorry, Aloth. You're kind of not lasting too long. I'm sorry, mate. I'm sorry. It's so boring, though. His quest is... Not the elf. He's not a tree hugger. She's a tree hugger. She's a ranger. These guys are nature loving and stuff. These are different elves.
How may I help?
They're very different. All the races in this game, they're very different. Ondra's Gift. Thank you, Sugar Blue. That's I understand what you mean. I need to look at the map, but I understand what you mean. Under's gift. I thought it was. It's right there. So we need to go over there to get one of our companions, and we need to go, I think, to one of the regions down here to get another one. We're gonna try and get them right now, because I want to go back to Caed Nua and do my things. So if my belly would shut up.
Hush, Itumak. We'll just wait a little longer.
You're waiting for somebody.
I'd be glad to.
You would be glad to wait for somebody? A dwarven woman dressed in skins and hides leans against the road marker. Her face is turned down, her eyes darkened by a thick stripe of face paint. She's sharpening a bone arrowhead with a knife. Her attention, however, is focused on a bear figurine between her feet. A large white-furred fox standing at her heels looks up at your approach.
Easy, Itumak. It's not him.
This outfit may be flattering, but I'm definitely not him. She lifts her head and looks at you. No argument there, she says. It's just not you I'm looking for. Okay, who are you waiting for?
Short version? I'm looking for a very, very old friend. I'm not sure what skin he's wearing now, but I'll know him when I see him.
Can I help you find him? She stops sharpening her arrowhead and slowly folds her arms. That's an interesting question. The last helpful stranger only succeeded in lightening my purse. I think I'll handle this on my own. Your friend is supposed to meet you here?
That's what I heard. Of course, the man who told me so was carrying a staff he claimed was made from dragon bone, but I know Whitewood when I see it. That should have been my first clue, but I had to try something.
That should have. Back up. What does this stranger have to do with your friend?
The long version. Here we go. I'm from an island to the far south called Nasitak. I came here looking for a village elder, a man we knew as Persoc. I'm a hunter back home, so tracking someone wouldn't normally be a problem. But Persoc's trail is cold, to say the least.
She's from the Deadfire Archipelago. I think we are gonna visit, or may visit her tribe or something like that in the second game. I think the archipelago to the south is the Deadfire, or it could be to the east, southeast, or something like that. Why can't you find him? There can't be that many people, or that many of your people in the Deerwood. He died when I was still a young girl, she says. Forgot to mention that part, did I? Nah, I'm looking for his latest reincarnation, which could be anyone. So how long have you been looking for Persoc? 5 years. So you've been searching 5 years for a stranger you barely remember. Who could be anyone now?
That about sums it up.
Well, actually, I know how you feel.
Then you have my sympathies. Hopefully you've got a better lead than I do.
Yeah, how does the statuette figure into it? She dusts the figurine on her trousers and raises it in her small, flat palm. It's carved in the shape of a bear, smooth and round. The polished adra is worn to a dull mat along its arched back and ovoid haunches. A soft glow emanates from within.
Cute, isn't it? It belonged to Persoc. Before he returned to the wheel, he left a splinter of his soul in it. Something to help us find him later.
As she holds it out to you, you feel wisps of sensation. Not quite memories, but traces of someone.
When I left Nasitak, it was completely dark inside. But as I've gotten closer to Persoc, it's glowed steadily brighter. Since I've reached the Deerwood, however, it's gotten hard to read. Some days it flickers and goes dark. Others it shines nice and bright, for a few hours. But most of the time, it looks just like this.
So it's Adra. Yeah, I wanted to know if it was Adra. Maybe I could take a look at it?
I've heard that one before. Whole reason I'm standing here is because some so-called watcher from Forkvale told me he could take a look. For a few golden dukes, of course. I was on my way out of the Balmarsh when I heard talk of a traveling mystic who could supposedly see souls. I knew it was a long shot, but what did I have to lose? I went to see this fellow and gave him the Audra figurine. He made a big show of moaning and rolling his eyes, and after I'd given him 5 golden dukes to lift the shroud, he told me to seek the crossroads in the field between the Wolf's Lair and the Twining Trees.
Is the Twining Trees a real place? He meant Tween Elms. I haven't been there yet, but I hear they have some especially memorable trees. And what about the Wolf's Lair? Defiance Bay. Locals call the current Duke Wolfgreen. Sounds like he'd be fun to drink with. Actually, I don't remember him being that bad. Go on.
He thought he was being vague, but I know the area well enough to recognize that he meant this place, right between Defiance Bay and Twin Elms. I had a bad taste in my mouth, but my coin was spent and I'd already left an arrow in his knapsack as a friendly warning. Told him I'd come back and leave him with another if it turned out he was giving me the runaround. I've been here a week now. Guess he had the last laugh after all.
May I see the figurine?
Why?
I'm a real watcher.
You expect me to believe that? After the story I just told you?
I know. What if I'm telling the truth? I mean, after 5 years, it's worth taking that. Let's go with that. It's worth taking the chance.
Fine. But if you try to run, just remember that my arrows are faster.
And she hands you the figurine, her chapped knuckles grazing your hands. Or your hand. She watches you examine it, wary but curious. I think I know what chap is. Isn't that the thing you get on your lips when it's they're very dry and they get sort of crackle and it's really bad and it's terrible, and I fortunately don't have it too often, which is great. So if she has it on her knuckles, I do actually have an elbow that has that, and I have to apply some American branded thing that claims to be from Norway, but it's not. And it works. Chapstick. That is the name I'm thinking of. Is that what it is? Chapstick is the thing you get, or is the stick that you put on the thing that you get? Anyway, oh, by the way, Drayden, if you want, if you guys want to see an interesting video that mentions Legolas in regards to tree hurgers and all that sort of stuff, Scarahur and Drayden, now that you're talking about it, I have recommended this channel on my YouTube sort of weekend updates. It's called Overly Sarcastic Productions. Their latest video talks about a theme, a subject that kind of involves what you're talking about. So I suggest you check out this channel, subscribe to it, because it's amazing and you've got a lot of very interesting stuff. I like all of their stuff in general, but I really prefer the sort of tropes that they make. They analyze tropes, so yeah. I don't know what knapsack means, Anonymous. What is a knapsack? I was trying to figure it out. I don't know what it is. I suppose it's just like sort of their barrel or whatever. It's not their belly or their balls, is it? Chopsticks. No, I said chapsticks. I suppose they're Asian. I don't know. I can eat with them. I'm not bad at it. Leucothea, welcome to the stream. Abraded or broken or sore skin. Yes. Okay, so thank you very much for the clarification. A worshipper of Talos for that. Oh, it's the backpack. Yeah, I figured. Leucothea here, saving the stream with his or her knowledge. So, let's see what we can find out from the figurine. You raise the Adra bear. Adra is just a stone. We saw some of it. It's apparently connected to the. It's mystical. People say it's got something to do with souls. As your eyes catch a tiny glinting scratch, the scenery around you melts away. You're standing on a cliff. Oh, my perception is bad. I think you can't really get anything interesting. I remember doing this dialogue in my Let's Play. You're standing on a cliff overlooking the water, seeing through eyes that aren't your own. You catch the musk of beasts amidst the fresh scent of vegetation, and your heart beats a little faster. You'll have to watch your step up here. You look down just long enough to see the sharp, pale cliffs drop into the water hundreds of feet below you. I see a vision of cliffs high over the water. Does that sound familiar? Your question is greeted with a shrug and silence. Well, I've got it. He's standing on a cliff.
What are you talking about? What just happened?
I told you I'm a watcher. She blinks a few times, calculating. If you'd seen the way he stares at dead things, says Adair, you'd know she's serious.
You realize I've got no coin to give you. even if I did believe you.
Come with me. I've got other business in the area, and we can look for Persoc on the way. And we have her. We have her on the team. Oh, yeah. And, of course, E2 Mike as well. Awesome. I love Rangers. No, I don't want to level you up. And a Ranger Dwarf indeed. My god. I am hyped for her. Also, I want to see how I'm going to do... Oh, man. It's... I'm not really sure what's going to happen here. Where are we? Can we go straight down from here? That'd be good. Let's learn about her. Let's learn what she's like and stuff. Chopsticks proficiency check. That's a good point. Always get a +3 or +4. No beard equals not really a dwarf. I don't know. I don't know. I think she looks cute enough without a beard. And she has braids, so it's good. Let's see. So she's actually, her endurance is really bad. But then again, let's see what she has. She has dexterity. Very bad. And she has resolve. Very bad. Okay, so her deflection is going to be bad. But her perception is actually not terrible. And her might is not terrible either. So we're talking a fairly well-rounded character, all things considered in terms of attributes. I would like her to have a little bit less constitution. But sure, can't really do anything about that. She's still a level 1. She does have a bunch of experience. She has the same experience as everybody else. That's great. Okay. And over here we have the things. How has she been in the party for this long? That's not okay. That's not true. So I know what she is like. She doesn't have Hunter's Instincts. It's a passive, extra accuracy against Primordials and against Wilders. Second Wind, okay. Arctic Fox Companion. Summons Itumak. And a Wounding Shot, she has that already, okay. That's nice. Because it does Hobbled. That's okay. I mean, we have other abilities that can do that. Agile Retreat, which is a passive that gives us defense when disengaging, which is actually pretty good. Although there might be better ones. Let's just see. How about you, Itumak? He makes a noise. Okay, not a big fan. I prefer the bear, but that's just I like. I say I'm not a big fan. I am a fan. I'm just not a big one. Also, I would like to see what the sort of stats it has, but I guess we can't because each one of them have things. Harris, what he's Rainer and Harris. The beards in female dwarves are in Tolkien's work. But he says some female dwarves don't have a beard, but they can have, yeah. It's canon, it's lore. Tolkien's female dwarves, they have beards. Some of them. Not all of them, but a lot. They are also very rare. Well, I say very rare. Like, for each 3 male dwarves, you'll find 1 female. And you'll probably won't find them because they're usually very seclusive or very reclusive. But they might come around. There's female warriors as well. Usually they're sort of it's from the way Tolkien describes it, it's almost a matriarchal system, although it's not. In terms of society structure of the dwarven society, it is a little bit like that, but it's not matriarchal in terms of power. I guess you could kind of liken it to a sort of more progressive Roman era in regards to the way the role of females in the dwarven society. Not all of them marry, and basically, from what I remember reading, it's like a lot of dwarves don't marry. A lot of dwarves don't marry in general. But so a lot of males don't marry. And some females also don't marry just because they don't want to, or because they never get around to it. And even though they live like 120, 160 years, they're sort of the same lifespan as actually a little Yeah, they're sort of the same lifespan as the Rangers of the North at that point. A little bit lower, I guess, but not nearly as much as the humans from Numenor. But still, it's there's a lot of things to learn if you guys want to learn what Tolkien made up about all those things. So she comes with survival. What does that give me? Accuracy bonus versus creature, not really. Increased consumable duration, bonus damage versus flanked enemies, bonus movement. I don't really want that. Why would you have that? Just don't have that. Probably gonna... Stealth would be interesting. Allows a character of any class to attempt to avoid being seen or heard. It is used automatically whenever the character is in scouting mode. The higher the character's skill, the closer they can get to the enemies before being detected. So that's nice. It's not really her thing. She just gets that because she's a ranger and a hunter. And over here, she gets this because she is a ranger and a hunter as well. So I'm probably going to go with a couple of athletics over here. And a bunch of lore. And I'm going to focus her with lore. Yeah, carry her. I just was keeping Aloth for as a placeholder. Well, I didn't swap him for her. I just never intended to keep Aloth, basically. We're talking patrician Roman standards. Anonymous. Good distinction there. Ehim. Oh, you're talking to Raynor, okay. So let's see. Vicious Companion, what does that do? A passive, extra damage and defense rating bypass. That's interesting. Accurate wounding shot. Primary attack, what does it do, actually? The ranger's aim becomes deadlier, making his or her or their wounding shots more accurate. Just does more accuracy there. That's not bad. Resilient Companion, damage reduction, okay. Faithful Companion, defense against charmed, okay. Merciless Companion, extra damage. That's interesting. Just does more damage. I want a companion to be a... I don't know, actually. I don't think I want her to be too reliant on the companion. We'll see. Acolyte's Radiance. Let's see. Nuanced Faith in the Gods has allowed this character to unleash a wave of spiritual energy similar to the Priest's Holy Radiance. So allows taking advantage of opponents. Sneak attack. Just does extra damage. It's Apprentice's sneak attack, though, so it's more... This is not really their... this is not their stuff. Oh, that's right. I forgot. I keep forgetting about these things. And these are just sort of non-class specific things that they can get. Okay, which is pretty good, but it's not what I want. Offensive. I don't know what spell, what weapon she has. She comes with a hunting bow. Okay, so if I want that, I will go with that. Okay, so 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's good. In terms of offensive, it's peasant? Yes, it's peasant, hunting bow. And we have marksman over here, which just does extra damage against, or extra accuracy against distant enemies. If I want that, I probably will just go with this, because it's more. So that's good as an extra one, but not really my thing. Defensive, not really my thing either. Utility. Field triage is nice for her, because she's kind of the far back. If he dies... Yeah, what you mean, Raynor, is that... Yeah, I know, if he dies, she gets debuffs. I know, that's how they work. The thing is, I'm not going to use the companion or the guy to do much. It's just I'll have the druid for that, even though it's not gonna be as nice as my druid, but still, at least I don't think so. My druid has 21 might. It's kind of crazy. So I'm gonna go with a peasant here for the hunting bow. She gets some pretty decent stuff. I like that. Okay. So she goes with lore. Swift aim. It's a modal. She doesn't have an aim right now, does she? A modal, I mean. No, she doesn't have a modal right now. Okay. So let's see. Marked prey. Damage against marked prey on yourself. That's interesting, but I don't find that it's not, you know, it's just a little bit of things. Against targets affected by a damage over time. That's pretty good, and I think I might want that. Minus 20% range attack speed, minus 20% reload speed, 10% ranged accuracy. That's a modal. That increases her accuracy. Swift aim. The ranger gets into a speedy and fluid offensive rhythm, reducing accuracy but increasing fire rate and reload time with ranged weapons and attack rates with melee weapons. So, which one do I want? Attack speed or I want vicious aim, to be honest. Just sounds better. She seems more like a halfling. No, the halflings are a little less stocky, and there's no halflings in this game. Ewoks. Don't know what those are, but I suppose. Okay, so now I can choose something else, like for example a Vision's Companion. For defense rating, that might be good. The Resilient Companion. Damage reduction, though, might go for that. Just increasing her accuracy might be good, because... Let's go with that. Marksman. Let's go with Marksman. Over here. She just keeps getting levels because... Yeah. So I got Swift Aim. That's a passive. Extra Deflection against ranged attacks. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Arrow Sense. Predator Sense. Extra damage against targets affected by damage over time. Okay. Stalker's Link. Extra accuracy when attacking the same target as Animal Companion. That's really nice as well. Marked Prey. Defensive Bond. Defense. Extra 15 defense against AoE attacks. Animal Companion. Extra defense against AoE attacks. Okay. And the Swift Aim. That's a modal. So I'm probably going to go with Predator Sense. No, actually with the accuracy when attacking the same character. Just increasing your accuracy as much as I can. Because it's so hard to get proper hits on, and she's back. She's up to pretty decent level of things. So we have you. Okay, so this is gonna be a little bit of a weird party configuration, but it works. Okay,
Yes.
It's weird, but it works. Also, I didn't
Ready,
equip
Watcher.
her. She's saying Watcher? She's calling me a Watcher? Don't call me a Watcher. I get embarrassed by that. I know, don't do that. Does anybody have a proper hunting bow or something that is unique or something? I think so. You have a fine hunting bow. I'm gonna look into that in a little bit. Hi Roller. Thank you for coming, man. See you later. Thank you for coming. Not hairy enough. No, that she wouldn't be. Probably not hairy enough. Although you don't know where all that fur comes from. Let's see. So she has light armor. That's actually very, very nice light armor right there. Minus 25% recovery speed on a defense rating of 7. That is good, and it probably has extra damage reduction. I suppose that's just how it goes. So let's see. So she has... Let's compare this. This does more damage. This fine hunting bow. It doesn't have as much accuracy, but I don't need that. So I'm just going to get that over there, because that is just much better. This one is nice for extra 8 accuracy, but the damage output on the other one is just phenomenal. Excuse the burp. As for her ability to use weapons, she has Peasant. So she has Hatchet, Spear, and Quarterstaff for close range. If I want her to be close range, I want her to be as deflecty as possible. So a hatchet is probably the best thing to do for her. What's that? Resolve and Perception. That's nice. And defense rating of 5, damage reduction. Let's go with that. Oh! That's really nice. Do I like this? I think I do. Yep, it's a really powerful thing over there. Oh, I look amazing. Look at this. Just look at me. Aloth's leather armor. Oh, Aloth, I kept your stuff. So yeah, she's gonna get this. And I need a shield for her. Let's see. That's some pretty amazing armor around here, but I need a shield. Oh, it's over here. Do I have any high quality shields? No. Just have crappy shields? Yep, just have crappy shields. I can't even tell where they are. The pages jump all over the place. Small shield. That reduces accuracy on deflection. Yep, I need big shields. A dwarf behind a big shield. That's a proper one. Unfortunately, the shield actually becomes smaller on dwarfs, which makes no sense, but still. Bear pelt would be better. The thing is, I don't really think I need extra defense rating. My guys at the back don't really get attacked too much. I mean, it's not gonna matter too much. The damage reduction is good to have, but we'll see if I need the other one, because I want speed. Speed is good. Oh, like Adapa as a cult. Adapa was also the name of our bear companion in our Let's Play of Pillars of Eternity. I named them Adapa both times, and I don't remember what it means. I remember looking it up. I remember. Oh, a Pigura over here. No, go away. You terrible no! God damn you. We're sneaking, by the way. That's why he's not attacking. I think we're gonna be okay. Just need to get to the edge of the map. And here we are. Searing Falls. Now, let me see where Hiravia's is. Stormwall Gorge. I don't know where that is. Stormwall Gorge. Let's see. Pillars of Eternity map. That's the one. That's the one. Thank you very much. Dang it. Yeah, it's like a Mystique with Hallow. With a Hallow, yeah. Stormwall Gorge. Oh, it's over there. Okay. So it's to the east of here. I wonder if we can get to the east of here. Well, we need to leave for right now. Because we're gonna get... no, we are not. We're not gonna get it. We're gonna go east from here. Hopefully not get attacked by anything. Not getting attacked by anything. That is surprising. Not getting anything there either. Come on. Good. Very pretty place. Here we are. There it is. We need to go over there because that's where we're gonna get another companion. And this time around, it's gonna be a druid, I believe. It's a small one. Yeah, I'm gonna... that's a good point. I should have done that. Well, it doesn't matter. It's all fine. Stormwall Gorge. Can I know where it is? I'm cheating a little bit here. But, well, let's just explore the area. This is a big place. Half of it is inaccessible. So it's not going to be too terrible. South of me, thank you very much. Well, I am cheating. Thank you, Rainer. Thank you very much. There we go. Get that settler's arrow. No secret places. And let's see what this little guy has to say. Oh, no, you're gonna die. There you go. I'm gonna learn about my deers. We got another one. Murder! Murder! I hate Bambi. Murder!
Margren's fire casts light in dark places.
Oh boy. Hi. I know what this place is. My character doesn't. Huh. I hear things
I'm on
to
the trail.
east. Oh, there he is. We found him. Hey, dude. Chewing on a piece of uncooked meat, a small Orlan dressed in tattered leathers offers a mumbled greeting and waves his hand. Despite his pleasant smile, the upper right portion of his face is in a sorry state. An eye patch stitched with a stylized eyeball wraps around his head, and his ear is a mangled remnant that twitches in spasms while the other ear perks up at your approach. Next to him is the splayed carcass of a deer that appears ripped open by a bear or wolf. You hear a gurgling rumble next to you. Sagana places her hand on her stomach. Her eyes are on the carcass. Still fresh, she says. Itumak's pink tongue lolls out of his mouth.
If this is your deer, you need a new game warden. Name's Heravius. Hungry? I can't eat all this. First catch of the day, help yourself.
Well, he's very friendly guy. What killed that deer, though? No, let's go with this one. You might want to cook that first.
And ruin the original texture? That's the best part! Just see for yourself.
Turning his attention to the corpse, he plunges his hands into the deer's vivisected abdomen. So, Orlan, for those of you that don't know, Orlan are like goblins. Or like, they're sort of a mixture of goblins and little creatures. They're not really, they're like halflings, but animalistic. They're interesting. I was an Orlan in the first game, and there's a lot of prejudice against them just because they tend to be less civilized. Their societies tend to be less civilized. So that's pretty much it.
Eat up.
What would my character do? My character is a human god. Like, let's start on a good foot. Let's eat.
Gods, no! Don't eat it!
Oh.
I assumed you realized I was being a churlish ponce. I applaud your bravery, but unless you've a cast iron stomach, I don't recommend eating the feces tube.
Ugh! Why would I eat that? Why would I just... it was the vivisected stomach, or what was it? No... Abdomen. Why would I eat that? Come on. Even a stomach. That was terrible. What killed that deer?
One ornery Stelgar. Though looking at the deer's insides, it had a malformed but delicious heart, and would have been dead within the year regardless.
Got a doctor in our hands.
Gallowayne chose a fitting end for this fine animal. Pardon me. I shouldn't pray with my mouth full.
It's a shame you didn't actually get something to eat as you recorded this line, Mr. Voice Actor. Because it's very clear you're doing this. So what brings you here?
Other than the delicious venison, new trees to document, new animals to sketch, new sights to be seen. I've learned as much as I can from the druids of my circle. I'd rather wander and learn than take root and stagnate.
Bear Grylls. Yeah, he's a druid.
So if you're traveling the Deerwood and need another set of hands, I'd welcome the safety of a group.
A druid's assistance would be welcome.
I'm trained by the celebrants of Hawk and Ivy of the Fisher Crane tribe. I know more than my share of nature magic, and, well, I don't shy away from a good fight. I have business with the druids that live near Twin Elms. So long as we find ourselves there eventually, I'm happy to follow along.
You're welcome to join us.
Splendid! It'll be an honor to run with a pack for a change.
I forgot to... forgot to change the,
Watch your back.
I forgot to change the... Excuse me. I forgot to change the, inventory. So we're not going to have the inventory for him. But, well. It's not a problem. We can go back. We are going back to Cat Nua anyway pretty soon. So it's not a problem. Let's just go out through here. And we're going to go. So... oh, we found something. What did we find? A Pigro again. Man, these guys. I don't want to mess with them. Just let them be. We're okay. We have plenty of things to kill, and we'll all kill them in good time, but only when we have our full party. Our party that's going to take us to the end of the game. Because I'm not even going to get the expansion characters. Because I think I did a good job in learning them a little bit, not completely. Whee! Cape goes all over the place. And through me as well. Okay, so let's see what you're like. I hope you're as good as the other guy is. You seem to have very little deflection, which is good. Let's see. Come on, give me something in it. Oh, he's so middle of the road. Oh my god, he's middle of the road. He's not a damage dealer. I loved my other guy. He was so good. Yeah, he's not a damage dealer. My other guy had 21 might. Was an Aumaua, just focused on dealing damage. Well, these guys, it seems that they are overpowered, so maybe this is better. His constitution is nice. They're not very good for fighting, though, at the front. What's he like over here? He's got survival. So he's going to be a spellcaster. He's going to be a spellcaster. Exceptionally average, indeed. Indeed. He's going to be a spellcaster. That's okay. Because we lost, I mean, that's good, because we lost Aloth, and Aloth was really just casting a couple of AoE damage spells. And I mean, that's okay. We're gonna make him be a spellcaster. He's gonna be a ranged character, which is bad. But he can't be a ranged character. He needs to be frontliner. He needs to be not a frontliner, but sort of a spear guy. Not very good for what I want, but well, let's level him up. Also, I will need to talk to these guys in due time. So you're not gonna be a survival. You're gonna be an athletics kind of dude. Let's go with athletics, and that's what I'm gonna focus him on. No new class unlocks. Oh yeah, there's these things: Wild Strike, Burn, and Shock, and all these things. Yeah, because if I focus their damage on that is pretty good. Apprentice Sneak Attack, Gallant's Focus, and there's the other stuff, okay. And then I have Spirit of Decay. I don't know what I gave to Brestwick, because Brestwick had... I think I actually... Two-handed style. Does extra damage as two-handed. He already comes with a spear, so that's good. Let's go with that. Okay, let's go with athletics again. Oh. I pressed next level. I screwed him up somehow.
Yeah?
I screwed him up. Gotta save over here. Just before I leveled him up. Somehow I think I skipped something. I don't know why it said next level though. Spear is one-handed, yeah, but it's still a reach weapon, I think, which is the point. It's not a reach weapon. Crap. So that's not the point. I'm gonna get him a two-handed weapon though, so he can attack from the back. It's basically gonna be the same guy as Brestwick was. So on the damage sort of thing, two-handed style. Okay, and I get next. Oh yeah, that's why. Okay, so he gains all these skills, and then that. Which allows me now to have a weapon focus. Carahir, lore is used so you can use spells, which come in scrolls. It's the only thing. You have spells that come in scrolls. You can use them as potions. So except you cast spells, and if you don't have lore enough for some higher spells, you can't use them. That's the only thing that it's needed for. Let's see. So I'm gonna get him a bike. What? I think I have a poleaxe. Yeah. Adventurer. Yeah. We're gonna need to go back to Gilded Vale though. Because I need to get the stuff back. And that's him. Okay.
I'm here.
Let's go back to Gilded Vale. Also, let me keep an eye on the construction. It still takes 3 days? No. What? Oh, takes 1 day and 18 hours. Okay. So while we're here, we can go to the Wood End Plains. That's 2 hours. Easy enough. Of course, gonna need to go all the way around, which is bollocks, but oh well. Yeah, dialogue for the main character, but there's not. It doesn't really affect much.
Certainly.
In terms of dialogue. Actually, I think I am learning lore, if I remember correctly. I have some lore, but I am more on mechanics. Yep. I think once I reach level 10 on mechanics, I'm okay. So, probably I'm gonna start going with lore. The next few level ups. It's gonna be a while, but it wouldn't be a bad idea, especially for a spellcaster like I am. Don't mess with those guys. That is another Pigra. The auto pause there saving us. Not finding any secrets. Hey, the Dog Days! Welcome to the stream. How's it going? Welcome on in. And we're going to the Adelwan Bridge. Because we need to go to Ondra's Gift. Welcome to the Defiance Bay. This is gonna be weird though. I'm gonna save because we're doing a lot. We're jumping a lot of content here just to get our companions. It's a sort of an unorthodox team. But I know what I'm doing. I think we're gonna be accosted by somebody. Is she pregnant? No, that's her bosom. Bosom? Bosom. Bosom. Yes, that's how it's said. It's weird. It's a weird word. Just cross the bridge. And into the city. Welcome to the Defiance Bay. But watch yourself in our city. Understand? Yes, Justicar Forgant. I'm gonna have words with you. Actually, it's Justiciar. Justiciar. Because that's sort of an Italian thing. Copper Lane! Oh, it's been so long since I've been here. Oh, I didn't realize I like Defiance Bay. I didn't realize that. Famous last words, indeed.
Defiance Bay. The city at the heart of the Deerwoods Revolution now seems on the brink of another. Refugees line the streets, homeless and hungry, displaced by Whiterun's legacy, hoping for relief within the city walls, and finding none. Dissidents congregate to protest and to heckle, calling for an end to animancy and the ouster of their duke. The city's militiamen cast fearful looks as they patrol the streets, their hands trembling at the hilts of their weapons. The capital of a country that had not long ago incinerated a god now appears to be a spark away from sharing the deity's fate.
This is where they killed Elthas. I think there's a place that is called after the place where they killed Elthas. But yeah.
Defiance Bay.
Oh, I can click replay forever. I wanted to. But yeah, welcome to Defiance Bay. The maps are all discovered. We're in Copper Lane. This water looks green. This water looks green. Baldur's Gate, indeed. I was thinking...
Those walls surround the whole city?
That they do, Sagani. That they do. These animasters have brought divine wrath upon us all, and yet the Duke and his toadies in the Crucible Knights do nothing. This is very important. Can we allow those atrocities to continue unchecked? Okay, this is very important because that is the pervasive thing around in this city, that the Animancers and you see down with Animancy, the Animancers and the Watchers and the Ciphers are responsible for Waidwen's legacy, which is the children being Hollowborn. Heritage Hill is another. He's talking about Heritage Hill, which is full of undead. We'll see to that later. Spread the word. And basically they're complaining because the Duke is not doing anything. And their Crucible Knights, which are basically the armed forces of the Duke. We're gonna meet with them. They are doing stuff. They're just, you know, it's kind of complicated. Let's have a chat with him and see if I can do anything.
Good day, stranger.
New in town, eh? You picked an interesting time to visit Defiance Bay. All these refugees fleeing the frontier and finding legacy is no better here. It's Animancers, Magrant scorch 'em. And they nest in this city like rats. Yeah, this city has a lot of Animancers. You mark my words, though, as dozens are gonna put a stop to it. So dozens are a faction of guerrilla guys. So they're basically sort of the revolt against these guys, and they're responsible for attacks on the Animancers. We're gonna deal with them later, but I just want to say that it's very interesting that this game deals with something that is not very often seen in fantasy, or very often seen in fiction at all, which is birth. It's a fundamental aspect of life, but I feel that fiction never really deals with it because it's so close. The circle is so close. You don't really care about, you know, if somebody has a kid on a book. It doesn't really matter what the kid is gonna be. But in the long run, kids are very important because, you know, we're all here. And it's very interesting because I don't remember seeing any story, any plot that focuses on. Well, I do remember actually. There's a story about there are no more kids, and then there's just one. There's fiction about that, but there's more. It's more about a cataclysmic thing where everybody goes barren. But especially in fiction, you don't really see that, and you'd think that the birth rates would be extremely high. Families would be big in times of prosperity, which are the times over here in a medieval sort of looking medieval setting. Even though this is not really medieval, this would be more sort of a modern setting, or modern as in the modern era, which between the 1500s and the 1700s, because there's pistols and stuff like that. But it's interesting because it's not something. I mean, if you want to deal with it, if you want to talk about it, you're always talking about birth, and you're talking about pregnancies and sort of very base things, and it's really interesting like that. Because we don't see that a lot. Yes, Anonymous. The elders were saying something about blowing the god on some bridge. Duras is gonna talk a lot about that because that's what his story, what his plot is all about. And they did blow up a god with the known as God Hammer. It was a bomb called the God Hammer on a bridge. I don't remember which bridge it was. I don't know if the bridge survived. Yeah. As for what the Dog's Days is saying, you'd think killing a god would end up with more people angry at you. Sort of. They did kill everybody that liked their god before and after the war. Yes. So that we saw that already. We saw a temple to Elthas razed to the ground. You saw a lot of like the wife of the Lord of Gilded Vale was killed and executed by the Lord of Gilded Vale, or on his orders, because she was a follower of Elthas. People blame the followers of Elthas for the Hollowborn, so they're saying that this is the legacy of Waidwen, who was the guy that got killed. Waidwen was the Elthas incarnate, at least according to him it was. I don't think we ever find out about that, though. We'll see. The thing is, that's actually not true, the Dog Days. I mean, there's situations where yes, there's situations where no. Like, for example, here in Portugal, there was a mass murderer who was chief interior or something, and he murdered a lot of a specific Christian order. I don't remember which one it was. I think it was the Jesuits or something like that. And he murdered a lot of them and ran them out of the country. No big repercussions. Just sort of nobody cares. I mean, I'm pretty sure the members of that order, they cared. But he just kind of ran them off and stole all of their stuff. You'll see. I mean, there's one example. The thing is, there's other examples. Like, for example, I think it's the White Revolution of Russia in the beginning of the 20th century, or is it at the end of the 19th? I'm not really sure. Some of you guys might know a little bit better about that. I think they tried to just sort of stop religion as being such a big part of society, and they kind of succeeded in some aspects. But that had very complicated things. You can kind of see as well what happened at the many decades where the French just kept revolting and revolting and revolting regarding the whole religion thing, to see that, yeah, it's not that easy. If you go to war against a specific religion, sometimes it's very bad as a result. Sometimes it's okay. I mean, look at what the Spanish did in America. So, you know, sometimes they don't care. I mean, the Spanish don't care. They didn't care. I mean, the people that died and were massacred and destroyed and their cultures completely devastated, they did. But, yeah, nobody else did. And I guess, and I'm saying the Spanish because that's better documented. The Portuguese did probably the same in many areas. We don't have that many records. I mean, it's because we also have a pretty nasty history in Africa, especially in the Congo area. But it's more of a progressive it takes a long time for the whole genocide to actually take place in our case, whereas the Spanish kind of murdered everybody. And there's also some parts in Brazil, I think, that we the Portugal also murdered. Yeah. So, moving on. So, yeah, this is just a contextualization of the city. What are you doing here? I'm not going to dwell too much over here, trying to get the folk to see the reason. So, yeah, what do you know about animancy? This might be interesting. It's the study of manipulation of essence, which any sane person will tell you is the purview of the gods. Essence here is the soul that he's talking about. The Adherents at least had the sense to outlaw it. Yeah, the Adherents did mess with that, as we learned before. The Adherents, which is an ancient empire here, they messed with animancy. They were the ones that created it, but they came up with undead and zombies and skeletons, and that wasn't good. And they just thought, nobody messes with that. In their sort of things. Yeah, it's not like magic, chanting, and restore readings. Okay, so let's go with that. Trouble is, the Animasters got no idea of half those artifacts actually do. Yeah, that's true. That's how science works. But they don't understand it. Because a lot of things. Tell me of the Dozens. We're an organization of interested citizens who want to free Defiance Bay from the dangerous influence of Animasters and the tyranny of aristocrats who support them. It's not actually that clear-cut. Just like a militia, the Dozens. Except for the training and the discipline and the code of honor, says Eder. Yeah. And we're always looking to expand. I think I know where to go. Stop by Admentsten. I know where to go. I'd like to know more about Defiance Bay, the capital of Free Palatine of the Deerwood. Palatine would be the style of place? Palatinate, actually, not Palatine. Palatinate. Free Palatinate of Deerwood. This is a country. It's just the capital. This is the capital. It's a country that separated itself from Aedir, from the Aediran Empire. Started out as the capital of Aediran colony, yeah, but we booted the Flacid Scepter and from these lands in 150 years ago. Yeah, that's true. These days we're major port receiving, okay. And we can learn about all of the different areas. That's interesting. Let's start with the Copper Lane. Copper Lane, it's a market district, and it's got a bunch of stuffs. First Fires. That's where the revolution started, hence the name, yeah. These days it's overrun with politicians and panderers, but we'll take it back someday. That's where you'll find the Ducal Palace and a bunch of other stuff. Okay, the Temple of Woedica, which is where the main quest actually will take us. We keep it real nice for her. Okay, so he likes Woedica. That's really ironic that he does. For reasons I will not tell you. But that's really ironic that these guys like Woedica. What about Breckenbury? The nobility that didn't sail back to Adir stay there. Most of the families trace their lineage back to the old imperial times. Okay. It's interesting that he doesn't mention that it's where the sanitarium. Oh, yeah, it says. Yeah, it's the main sanitarium, the cesspit of animancy in the city. Hunter's Gift. That's where I need to go. Got the name because it was the wetlands that was drained back in the imperial days. Now it's city district populated with sailors. Yeah. And Heritage Hill. It used to be most prestigious district in the city. Now it's full of undead. Simple. Okay. Farewell. Okay, pretty good. We got an introduction there to the city. And we're not really gonna mess too much with anything, because we are just passing, just in passing. Oh, look at that, the duck and the geese, the goose. Is that how it is? The goose and the fox, dang it. I knew it was the goose or something. Fox and duck is the same thing. Oh, he's being sarcastic. Okay, that makes sense. That makes more sense, Dog Days. Thank you. Nobody expects CRPG's Inquisition. Psst, over here, miss. Oh, I know what you want. Young boy. The boy stares at you, his mouth hanging open. What's that on your head? Hey, miss, wanna know a secret? I know a real good secret. Careful, says Sagani. I've traveled the continent, and the hardest bargains still come from my 7-year-old. Do you still... What? I know she has a kid, but... Sure. Really? What is it? I just saw folks hiding some real neat things. I could show you where, but Mom and Dad told me not to talk to strangers. But maybe you could help me with something. Then we wouldn't be strangers, okay. The Crucible Knights have these daggers made out of March steel. It's the best steel around, except Durgan steel, which doesn't count because no one makes it anymore. Anyway, there's this merchant over by the entry. Oh, okay, I remember. I need to go to a merchant and steal one of these daggers. In Masuk, says Sagani, we begin training our daughters with a hunting knife as soon as they can talk. Many can field dress a hare before their 10th birthday. I wouldn't trust this kid with a butter knife. Yeah, I could tell him that he's too young. But I'm not. Sounds reasonable. I'll get it for you. And he's... Okay, so that's a quest. We're not going to do it for many, many years. Because we're going to other places. Okay, Caraher. Moving to your bed setup. So thank you for coming if you fall asleep. And you're probably not going to be able to text anymore. So that's, I guess, goodbye. Even though you're going to be here for a little while. Life lessons, indeed, Dog Days. That's what I'm going to do. I think my character is more or less that. So that's the point. So we need to go to Hunter's Gift. So I really remember... This city is really good. This city is just... It's good. It's really good. It's better than Baldur's Gate. Because Baldur's Gate is more... Baldur's Gate is really chaotic. This city actually forces you to go all over the place. But you're always kind of aware of what things tell. This is actually the trickiest district to go from into. But once you kind of figure out that you can approach from each side, it's not too bad. Because this is a very long district. And it's kind of annoying to get from one place to another. But we're going to Hunter's Gift. Give him Caesars as a bonus. And just a little bit of dynamite as well. Wouldn't that make him... Oh boy, what are these fires? I don't know...
With a cat's nose, how is it you failed to notice your rotten stench?
Failed to notice? Hardly. I put work into smelling this way.
I should have expected.
I never know what sort of game is downwind. I need to smell like part of nature, not an interloper.
I thought it was interloper, but that's how it's pronounced then. Yeah, that was Hiravias over there talking. I'm never gonna remember his name. The Pyres of Novigrad. Let's have... Ether apparently wants to talk to me.
Dozens.
Oh.
Pretty sure you won't find one among them who stood within 100 miles of that bridge when the Godhammer went off. Too bad, too. Then there'd be less of them.
Godhammer, huh? That's what they call the bomb that they blew up Wadewan with. Don't know much about it other than that. Anything kills a living god, guess you gotta name it. Yeah, why do they call themselves the Dozens? Was 12 dear Woodens stood outside Halgot's citadel, waiting for Waidwen to cross the bridge there. They had to hold him there long enough for the god hammer to detonate. So that's what they did. Yeah, there was 12 people that held Waidwen in it's Halgot Citadel, so we know where it is. I don't know where Halgot Citadel is, but at least if we find one, that's where it is. That's important. That's important. We're gonna have to remember that later. What do you have against the Dozens? Well, apart from... Actually, what do you have against the Dozens? Nah, nothing serious. Excuse the burp. Nothing I don't have against a lot of folks, anyway. The Dozens, they like to take things into their own hands. Gets ugly sometimes. We don't have them we don't have them in Gilded Vale, but they'd be right at home there. They picked that name so they could do what they want and feel like it was right. Got nothing to do with honor or sacrifice. They like to invoke Maegrin too, when they especially want to feel right. Somehow, I don't think she'd be too impressed with that lot. I'm sure she'd like to set him on fire anytime they use her name, but the gods probably got rules against that kind of thing. This is just so Ether, or Ether. I keep mispronouncing his name. It's so Heather, that line. That's so nice. I just love the way he's written. Yeah, people hide behind symbols so they can't be questioned, I guess. Let's see. There must be plenty of other people with better reflection of figures they inspired. Let's go with this one. There must be plenty of other groups that are better reflections of the figures that inspired them. Sure. I just can't think of any off the top of my head. I shouldn't say that. There's a group of Athasians, the Night Market. They still do right by their god. Helped get a lot of people to safety during the purges, the killings of anybody that followed Eothas. They're easy to forget about, though, because they have to work in secret. You can thank people like the Dozens for that, too. Okay, let's move on. Good idea. Yep. So that's a little bit of an explanation as to that. It's a Ranger's class skill. I didn't know about that, Anonymous. I probably did. I just forgot because I played a Ranger on the Let's Play. Yeah, there are Rangers in Baldur's Gate. Actually, the first Baldur's Gate is not 2.5, it's just 2, I think. And then Baldur's Gate with the expansion, it just adds a few things. Because Minsc is a ranger. He's a special ranger, but he's a ranger. So we're looking for... I'm never gonna find him, her. Man, she looks really cool. I don't remember her. Pelagina. She is, where is she? Where is she? Oh, she was written by Josh Sawyer! Okay. Okay. How many characters were written by Josh Sawyer? Josh Sawyer, of course, one of the big heads of, Obsidian. He's the one that, wrote, or directed anyway, Fallout New Vegas. And, also directed... Dang it. I want to say Icewind Dale 2, but that's not true. Anyway. Let's see. I can't find her. Maybe you guys help me. Very special CD2, very special Rangers. Very special Ranger that means, yeah, very, very special, for sure. I have to do a quest before I get her. Okay, let's do that quest then. Let's see if I can get her. So, companion quest. Pelagina is caught between honoring the wishes of the Duke's spells and pursuing the leads she believes will be more beneficial to her country in the long run. Her personal quest is received by talking to Vicente Agosti in the Valian Embassy in First Fires. Dang it! The quest cannot be resolved until Act 3, when Twill Elms become... Okay, so I can't get her. So we came here for nothing. Okay, let's get out of here. Well, we are keeping her. It's going to be a while until we have her. So, back to Cat Nua. It's 22 hours. I think that's going to be enough. Yeah, let's go back to Cat Nua. Is it going to be enough? Let's see. So, how long is that going to take? 1 day and 9 hours. I think that's going to be fine because we need to go over there as well. 2 days and 39... Are you kidding me? Well, I think sleeping is going to do the job, I think. I can get her soon. That's true, Sinatar. Thank you very much. Welcome to the stream, by the way. Yeah, I was...
know it looks old and crumbling, but the castle is recent compared to what lies beneath.
I know.
Cadnua is a newly grown sore sitting atop ancient bones.
Wondrous gift. Here we are. Oh. The save is... Sure. So I can get her. Read before you travel. Read what? Oh, read the dialogue. Yes. Okay.
The dozens.
No, come on. If only they'd discovered horses. I don't know. The distances do seem... it's probably... I mean, horses don't really improve the walking speed. Let's go with that. Let's go with that. Horses make you a little bit faster, but it's not gonna make or break anything. So let's see. You can take her. You can get her soon. You can get her now in Ondra's gift by going to the trading company in the middle of the district. Thank you very much. That's the trading company. Yeah, I remember her. Of course. Pelagina. Pelagina sounds... The way I say it sounds too Brazilian. And she's Italian. Although the Brazilians do have a lot of Italian influence in their pronunciations. It's a Pelagina. It's a little bit like that. Hello? And I remember her because she's inside, shouting at people.
God's damn that son of a girl.
Or outside. The angry woman clenches her jaw and stares out towards the arbor with glimmering golden eyes. Eventually, sensing your presence, she turns her feathered head towards you. She's a godwoken. Or, not godwoken, getting Divinity Original Sin 2 in my head. She's a god thing, I didn't know.
Want to run it down on its luck, Valiant Trading Company? If you have more than half a brain, you could really do something with it. As long as you're willing to clean up a few bloodstains.
Enough silver and gold, you'd be surprised how well you can clean them up just about anything.
True enough. Verzano's just lucky no one's trying to pay him in steel these days. Sooner or later, his luck will run out.
The woman looks back at the warehouse for a moment and grimaces. After a slight nod in your direction, she storms off. No! Where'd she go? Dang it. Did she go inside? I think she went inside. Both horses and horseback riding, yes. I remember this quest. I remember doing this one. Hello, Yenna. It's been a long while. Welcome to the Valiant Trading Company, she says. Nobody over here. Excuse me as I bring an Arctic fox in here, but...
Good day, stranger.
Welcome. This is your first visit to Valiant Trading Company, is it not? Please let me know how I can assist you. Okay, what is this place? Trading Company. They are okay, so it's a warehouse, okay. And they have a quest. I'm the assistant manager of this warehouse currently. I help Verzano run things. Oh yeah, I need to talk to Verzano. Farewell. Thank you very much for your help. It's gonna be a little bit tricky. I can take that. Yeah. Getting all that nice stuff. Apretaz, keep those crates moving. Is she coming in here? I remember her coming in here and just being upset with this guy. But I also remember having to kill all these guys. So that's something I might not want to do. A man stands in the corner of the warehouse directing traffic. Gems wink from the many rings on his fingers and he points and waves at the laborers.
Hello.
Greetings. You have come to the warehouse and headquarters of the Valiant Trading Company. But you are late. I sent word to the expedition hall yesterday. This delivery cannot wait. Okay. Who was that feathered woman? Nah, you must mean Pelagina. She's a paladin in the employ of the Valian embassy. She's a good soldier, but not so good at taking orders. Too hot a temper, I'm afraid. Yeah, she seemed angry. Ah, that's no surprise. She's hot-headed. A woman in a brotherhood of paladins and touched by the gods in such an unusual way. Something else I can help you with, or shall I return to my business? Yeah, what's the delivery? I must assume then that you are not from the company I contacted at the expedition hall, but you are here and they are not. It is a bag of bitter squashed seeds, which are prized for their medicinal properties. Few merchants in Defiance Bay deal in them, but those who do know their value. Okay. Seems simple enough. Why ask me? Well, my own couriers have been robbed and beaten these past weeks. It would seem that some of my competitors resent my success. In any case, you are not a known associate. You would be left alone. And if not, well, you look like you can handle yourself. As for your integrity, I suppose I will just have to trust you. As you will have to trust my assurances that you won't find a buyer outside of my contract. Okay, let's do it. Excellent. Now deliver this package to a man named Gareth at the Goose and Fox in the Copper Lane. He will know what to do with it. Return to me when you are done, and I shall see to your payment.
Well met, friend.
Better deliver that package, no? Business such as this is best concluded quickly. Okay, what do you do here? Merchant, cargo, republics, and all that. I'd like to know more about the Valiant republics. Their confederations of merchant traders and republics and all that sort of stuff. We sell all manners. Is something wrong? No, it's nothing. Why? What happened? It smiles flickers, huh? Only that competition has grown especially fierce in recent months, but I suppose this is to be expected given the legacy, as the locals call it. So there it is, that's that quest. And she wasn't here. There's an exit over through here, of course. Let's see if I can take their stuff from here. I can indeed.
I'm here.
Save the game? Nope, not with that key, with this one.
I suppose it can't be helped.
I never had bitter squash. But if it is, it's probably bitter. They named it bitter, so I guess that is. Okay. I remember this going badly. I remember this quest going very badly, and me having a little bit of trouble, and I was higher level than I am right now. Cartugo over there. That's gonna have to talk to him. But we're going to Copper Lane. Oh, F is formations. Nice. Okay, so from here, I suppose this fog is just normal. Got a courtesan over there. Is it a female or a male? It's a female courtesan. Good. Let's go. To the Copper Lane. It's better to go to the bridge first, because that way we just arrive straight at the place I want to. It does take a little while longer on the loading screens, and I do warn you that this game's loading screens are terrible. They did not optimize this, even after all the patches and all that sort of stuff. I mean, they used to be worse, but they are really, really bad. And the longer you play, the worse they get. And this is, of course, a stream, so we can't edit them down. Unless, of course, you know, time travel, in which case, yes. Please share that thing with people that are good. Oh, a contraceptive. Interesting. I guess that's why they're important. I suppose maybe a contraceptive might not be what it's called. They have a different word for poisonous things that make you sort of barren for a little while. I think that's they have a different thing. Gareth, where is he? Gareth, he's over there. Oh, I remember this guy. What do you do here? Me? I'm just minding my own business. Yeah, of course. You're standing by yourself in the corner of a tavern, and you're not drinking anything. Not suspicious at all. Keep it down, will you? I really am here to do business, but it's kind of thing that requires discretion. And unless a mutual friend has sent you to me, that's all I've got to say on the subject.
Hail and well night.
I'm mutual friend and stuff. Oh, keep your voice down, will you? The Doemanels have spies everywhere. You tell Verzano this is the last time I'm buying from him. It's getting too dangerous for me. Did I just do something illegal? No. Yeah, I don't think I've heard of the Doemanels. Well, the more important thing is making sure they don't hear of you. They're old Breckenbury stock, but these days the Doemanels are known for their business activities, most of which involve some degree of bribery, extortion, and theft or murder. Yeah, the Breckenbury over here is just, what he means is that they are old families from the Valiant Empire days. So what do the Doemanels have to do with this? Well, you have no idea, do you?
Well, I'll just say that the Dominels have exclusive rights to trade certain merchandise within the city. Verzano likes to make some extra coin from time to time by dealing in the same merchandise, undercutting the competition, he says. Yeah, tell me what was in that pouch. Did it squash seeds? They interrupt pregnancies, even though they're not exactly legal. Many folk nowadays prefer them to the risk of hollowborn or celibacy, I suppose. Are we done? Yeah, we're done. Now get out of here before... Yeah. A woman swaggers in, her polished boots thwacking the floor with slow, deliberate steps. A crooked sneer wraps her face smooth. Gareth, I'm hurt. You promised to buy only from me. What's a girl to think? Gareth bows, his knees knocking together. Please, my lady, I was just explaining that I don't do a business with anyone except this one last time, right? There's always going to be one more deal until you run out of credit, that is. And just who are you? You don't look exactly like a seed dealer. I'm not going to say anything. I've got pluck, but don't try to hold out on me, especially not when I'm inclined to let you off the hook. Verzano put you up for this, didn't he? That old fool's on a sinking ship, and he's determined to drag anyone who gets close enough down with him. Gareth here knew better, but I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. In fact, I'll also give you a chance to get even with the imbecile who's been playing us both. What do you say to killing Verzano? Yeah, I'll do it. Oh, we don't forget a favor any sooner than we forget a betrayal. You take care of this, and we'll see to it that my family knows your name. Okay, hopefully you don't know my name, because I didn't say it. Let's get out of here. I lied, by the way. They're very trusting, to say the least. I just lied. I said, yes, I'll do it. Actually, I don't think I even said, yes, I'll do it. I just said, I'll do it. And she believed me. That's, yeah. Well, at least I'm prepared now for the battle that is sure to come. And let's see how good it is. I'm really zoomed out right now. But that's okay. So, Ondra's Gift. Straight to the center of the map. Talk to Verzano. The old guy's okay. He's rich. But you know, these Vailian dudes are. And actually, my origin of my character is from Valia. Valia. Oh, this looks completely different. Isn't that amazing, actually? Heritage Hill claims another curious soul. Who are you? Can you tell me who you are? We remind all visitors to Defiance Bay that the hill is sealed for city's protection. Oh, he's a town crier. He's talking about Heritage Hill, the place full of zombies. Or skeletons, or terrible things, actually. Very, very hard place. We're going there. But it's actually pretty fun and very important for the storyline. Roll a natural 20 on Colonel stat. Oh boy. That's not a stat. That's a perk. Vailian Soldier. And yeah, I'm pretty sure my past is... Can I tell? Old Valia. Yeah, my background is a drifter from Old Valia. So I have sympathy for these guys. Let's keep some sympathy, just in terms of, I don't know. At least I can remember that. It's just easier for me to remember. And here we will be with Master Verzano. Let's get into a little bit of a positioning here, just for precaution, and save the game before we talk to him.
Well met, friend.
Were you able to deliver the package, he asks. How can I trust you after the way you manipulated me? The two Amanels were there? I was so careful, always following the La Vita. They couldn't have known. What? Oh crap, they're attacking from the wrong side. Or they're not attacking. Who's that?
Well. Is this your last day among the living, Verzano?
Your timing is impeccable, Tella Pelagina. The Dominels are after me. Please, you've got to stop them.
As if any of this were ever in my hands. The Republics considered your business worth protecting based on its success. That success depended on cooperation with the locals, like House Dominel. You've lost that. And the favor of the Dukes. Even if you get out of this alive, they're done with you. The Dukes have more pressing interest in Defiance Bay than rescuing one merchant who threw himself overboard.
Ruthless. Verzano falls to his knees and clasps his hands together. Have mercy, Pelagina! I don't stand a chance against the Dominels. I've brought failure and shame on myself, but you can't mean to watch your countrymen die like a dog.
Vetsano. Why are you wasting your precious breath on me? My orders come through the ambassador, and through the ambassador from people you should be honored ever gave a moment's thought to whether you live or die. You don't seem like the sort to petition the gods to keep him out of hell. So why not cry mercy to the one person in this room with the power to grant it?
And she turns her attention to you and raises her feathered eyebrows expectantly. Well, I know who I'm gonna side with. I kind of wanted to do the Dwemenel's quest, though. I'm not gonna let him die. That's the the easy way out. The problem is if I don't let it, that's the easy way out, because it keeps the options open. There's nothing that would compel me to protect him. He probably gives me some discounts or something, but I don't want to join the Dominels. They're really scummy. I mean, they're really, really scummy. And Pelagina is not with the Dominels. The thing is, I don't want to... Ether is my moral compass here, to be honest. He's not very morally, which is great for a moral compass. And he wouldn't do this. I wouldn't join the Dominels because they are scum. So, I intend to protect Verzano from the Dominels. Pelagina drops her gaze and lightly shakes her head from side to side. Moments later, she turns her eyes to the ceiling in amused disbelief.
Verzano, you have a saint looking out for you after all.
She strides across the room and takes the already nervous Verzano's head in her feathered hands as a gesture that seems to hover in a dangerously narrow space between caressing and crushing.
Just don't come knocking on the embassy door. Understand?
Can I go knock? Because I want you on my party. Verzano replies with a rapid, weak series of nods. Pelagina nods back once and gives his face a slight slap.
Do as you will. He's no longer my concern.
I'll see you later. She's really cool. She's really cool. Then of course they come. Dana saunters through the door. Ah, well. Getting cold feet, are we? Seems like we are fighting them right now. This is... What's my occupational background in the game? I don't think it's a drifter. It's a drifter. Yeah. I don't remember that name though. Occupational background. Okay. So how shall we deal with this? Well, we have a lot of help. I can't really tell their stats. She seems to have daggers. And we have a spellcaster back there. Bruiser, and Dana. So everybody attacks her. I will start the proceedings with Ice Strike on her face, and we'll see how that goes. You are gonna do a wounding shot. Oh, Vicious Aim, definitely toggle that. On her. And you are gonna go there. You're not really ready for this. We're gonna use your spells. But first you're gonna attack her with that. And then Madman Ugly Mandurance over here is just gonna do his thing and attack her. Because I'm gonna need a little bit of starting combat to see what I can do here. Okay, that's kind of weird. That's kind of weird. Let's get you to cast that over there. And Ether goes on in. So I'm going to finish that ability. the chance to hit is actually pretty good. It's 72, I think. Does it say up there? No, it says down there. 72%. Go for it. Selenumbra finished their ability, so we're good. Okay. Hiravius finished his ability. He can turn into a Stelgar. I'm not gonna do it for right now, mate. You're gonna need to do a few things. I think I have some Autumn's Decay. No. Insect Swarm. Wood Skin. Friendly AoE, damage reduction. It's always good. Put it over there. And you are gonna need another one that I really like, which is this one. And hopefully it works. Either... Oh, crap. I attacked the... I can't... I attacked the guys. Attack that Valiant soldier over there. Let's do that again.
Gods keep you.
Okay. So, it's easy, because I know the answers. But that was definitely my bad, I just noticed.
Well, as if any of these were... Even if you... Vets, you don't...
Okay, and I am...
Just do as...
Okay. In she comes. It's probably gonna go well. Oh, by the way, this soundtrack right now is awesome. I love this line. Okay, so you're gonna need that on her. And you're gonna need wounding shot on you. You're also gonna trigger that. And you're gonna change that, and you're gonna attack over here.
Navarro.
Okay. Okay, so you are gonna cast Armor for Everybody. You are gonna cast... He has very different skills than what I'm used to, which is weird. Nature's Vigor. No, that's better. Let's cast it over there. And I'm gonna keep attacking her. Maybe attacking those guys would be better. On the wizard in particular.
Yeah.
Selenumbra just finished that ability. Okay. Yeah, attack the wizard. Okay. Hiravius finished his ability. Yeah, I think I had a Woodskin, yeah. It's better over there. I think this is gonna go well. Here.
Navarro.
There's things going on. I'm just looking down here to make sure. So Hiravius finished his ability. Purge Toxins, Returning Storm, Spreading Plague, infects the target with a virulent and debilitating disease. That is a foe target, hobbled, weakened. That's pretty good. Go for it. She's already injured, so this is going well. And Durance finished his ability, which is great. And I can cast Circle of Protection. Don't you have that? Yes. That's really nice. That doesn't last for very long, but that's really good. I already have this, which is great. I'm going to try and Whisper of Treason. Actually, at this point, I might as well do the... Mental Binding is not very powerful. Let's go with Phantom Foes. Because that thing is very powerful. Hopefully she doesn't die. I don't think she will. Okay, Selenumbra just cast their ability. Let's try and bring down... Spellcaster, I think, is dead. Let's try and kill that guy, because I'm going to need to do the stuff. Hiravius finished his ability. I'm going to switch his stuff, and I'm going to turn him into a... Durance finished his ability. He's kind of going mad right there. So Durance just attacked Dana for right now. Yeah, non-aggressive. I know. They're, as long as they're green, they're good to go. Can you try?
Damn.
What happened? Why are you prone? What happened to this? What did he do, Selenumbra? Why did she blow up? What happened to Spreading plague. Oh, it's his AI. No. No, they're not using their thing. Okay, switch to that and attack that guy. That guy is gone. But Dana is gone as well. Yeah, I think we're good. So let's try Whispers of Treason on you.
I'm here.
Do you have line of sight? Oh, there's the big guy. Oh my god, that thing is huge. Okay, what am I getting? Cell number to finish that ability. Did it work? I don't think it did. That was a save. 82 wheel. Jesus Christ, this guy is powerful. I mean, they have a lot of deflection. These guys are really, really strong. Why is she doing... She's not attacking, is she? She was bugged out. She was not attacking. For whatever reason. Okay. Yeah, it went well. I can't thank you enough, Amicia. But this won't stop the Dwemenos for long. I've got to get out of here, and I can recommend that you do too. That's all I have. So he gives me a bunch of money. Forgiveness added to my inventory. I don't know what really that is, but it's a thing. And a bunch of experience. Okay, that went well. I need to look into that, Rainer. Okay, so these guys have traditional things. Not really anything too important. Forgiveness is a pistol, so I can use that on you, for example. Right there. Good stuff. Okay, she doesn't have a specialization, so...
Absolutely.
So where is Pelagina gonna be? Outside? Maybe. Why is there loot over there? Please don't be loot. I didn't get it? Huh. I guess I didn't get it. Ooh, look at this stuff. Bewildering Spectacle. I know what that one is. Interesting. It bugged out. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to come back inside. But apparently these guys don't care if I take their stuff.
That helps.
Fine rod. That's a... I believe a rod is a ranged weapon. Fine flail. Fine brigandine. Some good stuff in here. Yeah. Hey guys. Bersano's headed back to the Republics in failure and disgrace. It's the homecoming every Valiant fears. Yeah? Well, at least he's alive, so shut up. Just shut up. What does he have to complain about? It's like, oh, I just don't like being alive and stuff. You know, it is. It's bad. Just being alive. I hope Pelagina doesn't join me right away. Okay, so you need... I need to change... Actually, I'm going to put these over here. Because I just want to have them here. Easy to get. And then we can use them later.
I'm here.
Okay, where is she? She's there. Okay, hopefully she joins us.
Ah, it's done then. Bersano plays with fire and someone else always pays the price for it. Your charity is more than he deserves. Still, at least I don't have to deal with him anymore. For that, I'm grateful. Whether you intended to or not, you've done the Valian Republics a service today, ridding us of him. I work closely with the embassy to protect our interests, but lately I think our gaze has been too narrow. You clearly have pursuits of your own in the city, but I think we could help each other out. If you're interested in doing some work for us. Officially, I mean. We can go together and I'll introduce you to the ambassador.
That's pretty good. I don't remember the Valian embassy. But I'm sure when I get there I will remember. This sounds fine. Let's go.
Maybe I can finally do something more worthwhile than playing nanny to merchants. The embassy is up in First Fires, southwest of the Ducal Palace.
Thank you very much. And she's with us, which means that Sonia
Already gone.
is gone. Okay. Let's level her up. See what she uses.
I'm ready.
She's gonna be a defensive one. So she's basically... Oh, and I have a stronghold here. What happened? Tax collected. Lost 91 coppers to bandits. Earned 98. Yay! Turning a profit. Yes, she does have very handsome plumage. Also, the yellow eyes is something I enjoy. Let's see. So, no. Before I look into that, I want to see her character. I hope she has a lot of deflection. She has plenty of that. Yeah. I mean, it's not the best thing, but from faith and conviction, I think it's a thing. She got, yeah, 15 resolve. That's the only thing, really. It's the resolve that I kind of wanted. Sort of, again, middle of the road. The attributes are not amazingly important in this game. They are kind of important, but it's not the be-all, end-all, for sure. Okay, let's get a couple, and then athletics. Actually, survival. My bad. Yeah. For her, defensive. Hold the line. Is it? Hold the line. Is that a modal? Shield deflection bonus also applies to reflect. Weapon and shield, definitely what I want for her. Right there. So she gets more survival. Lay on hands. That's what I had on the other one. Zealous focus. Increases accuracy. Increases move speed. And defense when disengaging. And on this one, damage reduction. And that's actually pretty decent. I think I'm going to go with that. Now that I have... Durance with me, that's gonna be pretty good. She looks so cool. I mean, these guys are really cool. Let's see. Deep faith. Adds the deflection, all defenses except deflection, so just pretty good. And that's a passive effect. Intense flames over here modifies flames of devotion. That does extra damage. And Vielo Vidorio. With a weird accent on the Vidorio. It's a battle cry, meaning swift victory. And it does twice per encounter. 20% attack speed for 6.9 seconds. That is really not good. So I'm not really sure. Yeah, it is. It is very much a conquistador. She can't use a conquistador helmet, though. So, yeah. Could get hold the line. That is good for her, because I want her to be a frontliner. But, yeah. Heart of the Storm, no. Spirit of Decay, no. Damage reduction, no. Wound Binding. Wound Binding is better for her, to be honest. Because she will get damaged. Cautious attack here is good for extra deflection. I'm gonna go with that. And that's how I'm gonna play her. Okay. Inspiring Triumph, all defenses. Passive. Oh, that's good. All defenses for allies. I think I had that, actually, on the other one. Sworn Enemy. So this is what the Paladins are really all about. It's just these auras are so powerful. Lay on Hands is sort of traditional. Inspiring Triumph, just look at this. Allied AoE for... Actually, no, wait a minute. That's a passive. How does that work? Inspires all allies in the vicinity when the Paladin downs an enemy, providing a temporary bonus to all defenses. Oh. So it's not actually that great. And we have a modal aura over here. Zealous Focus. She already has her defensive thing. Liberating Exhortation. Hostiles. Effect is suspended. Zealous Charge. Move speed and defense. Nope. Sworn Enemy. Marks an enemy as the focus of the Paladin's Righteous Fury, granting accuracy and damage bonus against the target until combat ends and the target goes down. Once per encounter, 20% damage increase and 15% damage against market targets. So that's pretty interesting. Inspiring Triumph might be good. Yeah, it's good for an extra heal, but it's just endurance. It's not really that important. I'm gonna go with a Sworn Enemy over here. Although this is nice, but she's not gonna get that many kills. This is nice, I mean. I'm gonna go with the Sworn Enemy. If she got a lot of kills, that'd be good for her. But, as it stands... Crap. I have 2 modals. Zealous Endurance. What's that for? Damage reduction. Yep. Load! No, I screwed up her level ups. I have 2 modals already. Need to pay attention to that. Yes, I have. I'm not doing the backers beta for PO.
Before I knew it, the Stelgar was on top of me, and I was
but I do
face
have
down in the
access.
dirt.
Whether you clearly have pursuits of your own in the good.
Okay.
Already gone.
Okay.
Arrow to the throat. That stops him.
What?
Tends to.
No! I was spirit shifted, and she was in heat, so I aimed for the throat, but not with an arrow.
Sure. Okay, let's do this again. Against survival. I want her... Actually, I will exit right now and see if she has any modal from here, because I think that might have screwed me up. No, she doesn't. She does have a very different skill set from the others. Calls upon the Paladin's inner fire, causing their equipped weapons to burst into flames and adding burn damage to their next attacks. And that is twice per encounter for... How long? Oh, their next attack. Next attacks. Huh, interesting. Not really sure how that's gonna work. But it's burn damage, so she likes burn. Okay. So... Weapon and shield style. That's what I want from her there. Oh, did they, Rainer? That is why I... Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. So, Cautious Attack and Zealous Endurance work at the same time. Okay. Cautious Attack. Then get that. And then I have Sworn Enemy. Okay, so we got the same level ups. And let's see if they work at the same time. They do! I'm an idiot. Sorry. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It says modal, but that's because it's different. Yeah, it's one is the Nora, isn't the other one is the sort of fighting style. Yeah, thank you very much. I wish the AI was a little bit easier for this. It just... I don't know why developers do this. The AI for this game is... They need to make the AI for the... It's for the mechanics, for the gameplay mechanics. Oh, now we're being attacked by the MNL thugs. Ah, well, whatever. These guys are going down. Let's actually get them over here if we can. And we can. Okay, so...
I'm here.
Yeah, we are. Okay, next thing... She does not have a shield. That's a thing that happens. I don't have them equipped with proper things. I am gonna... I'm gonna shoot you. Okay, you're attacking that over there. Which means that you need to attack that guy over there. And you're now gonna do something that these guys are not gonna like. At all. I'm gonna do this. Okay, let's see how well that works. Okay, that's going really badly. I think the wolf is gonna probably die. That did not go as well as I'd want. They resisted all of my abilities. I know. Let's see. What do I have here? Stag's Horn. Piercing damage. Is that AoE? No. Twin Stones. Foe target. Nope. Spreading Plague. Nope. Purge Talk. Nope, that's not what I want. Infestation of Maggots. Nope. Beetle Shell. It's these things that I want.
Othek, Worth, Roth! Curses!
This is going badly.
I'm blinder than...
This is going badly, and I don't like it. Okay. Everybody except for you attacks that guy over there. I am gonna do this over here. And just wasted it. Okay, and then you can do Armor of Faith. And hopefully she can get back on her feet, yes. And then she can do this to you. So we're an enemy, so do extra damage. And you can do... Never remember. Nature's Vigor, no. Nature's Mark. Yep. So we can hit these guys a little bit better and see if I can kill you. Or kill you, actually. At this point, everybody should be attacking you. And get another hit. And I'm gonna try and go for a greater heal on your face. That was pretty good. Okay. That's a kill. Okay, now you attack that. And there we go. Okay. Not too shabby. Great for someone for flanking. That's a good point. I do have an ability that makes all the enemies be flanked for quite a long while, actually. So that's good. But yeah, the Chanters are very good for summonings. But I don't like the Chanters because they are very, very busy. You always need to be careful about what they're doing because you need to constantly be messing with their song. Although I suppose maybe right now I'm a little bit better at playing them. But yeah, we're going back to Caed Nua. Let me keep an eye over here on the time. We have 1 day and 5 hours to complete the keep. And how far away is Caed Nua? Less than 1 day away. So we can have a nap. And actually, we're at the end of the stream because I've been streaming for more than 3 hours now. And even though I got a good night's sleep yesterday, I still need to get my videos up for tomorrow. So, new task.
I feel sorry for whoever has to clean up this place.
Got a call to court. Well, we need to clean up this place. A messenger from the Ducal Palace is waiting for you in the Great Hall of Caed Nua. Okay, that's a quest. Let's see. So I can say...
Farewell.
Put that all in there. All of your equipment goes to her. And all of that. It's quite a lot of stuff. Quite a lot of stuff. And potions. There it is. And I'm gonna get you some clothes. Some of these. There we go. Now you have that. Is that a good sword or something? No, it's a crappy one. Got a pistol. Got a girdle. And some boots. Some of that. Is that good? No. Extra defense. Can't use the helmet. Forgot about that. Get that over there without a cape. Just reconfiguring her forever. And there we go. Now, I can say goodbye to you.
Already gone.
Get you.
What is
I can get your stuff to him. Hopefully he has a better helmet. Right there. There. Okay. So let me also make sure that you have adventurer and he has adventurer. Yeah. So we're good on the weapons as well. So you keep that. Throw that away. Put the potions in the place. This is what you use. And this is what you use. And yeah. Looks much better on him, doesn't he? Oh boy. And now for
watch your back.
Yeah. There we go. And we have our
Certainly.
team. Perfect. Anti-summons. So yeah, that's gonna be that for today. We're gonna have to prepare ourselves next stream, because we're going down below Cadnua, finally. So this stream, basically, we just got our team around, or got our team together, not really too much stuff. But we did get some stuff done, so I'm glad for that. And what is the sort of auras that we're getting? We have the Zealous Endurance from her. And we have the Defender over there. But that's the only thing right now is the Zealous Endurance. She has the Vicious Aim,
Ready,
apparently.
Watcher.
I don't really know why this didn't work before, but yeah, well.
Yes.
And of course, we talked a lot with our guys and all that, got to know them a little bit better. The Ogre Druids will murder us all with great tenacity and great skill, because those enemies are the worst the game has, except for the dragons in the marshes. But yeah, for right now, I'm Colonel RPG. And you guys have been watching Pillars of Eternity. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope you had a good time. And if you want to catch up on the streams, or if you want to watch any of the streams that I do here on Twitch, you can go to my YouTube channel. If you don't know my YouTube channel, I think I have links here on Twitch or something. But that's www.youtube.com/Colonel RPG Gaming. That's all one word. You go to that page, and at the bottom of the page there's playlists with all of the streams, including this one. You might be watching this on YouTube right now, which you probably are not, because by the time I say, oh, it's that done for the day, you just click on the next one or go away. But yeah, even then, thank you guys so much for coming. And I will see you next Saturday for some Battle Chasers Night Wars, which is a different game, not this sort of stuff. But yeah, I'm enjoying that one quite a lot. Hopefully I won't die. And if I die, it's going to be a rage quit. But yeah, it's going to be Saturday here at the same time, in the same place. And that's going to be that. Now, the game freezes when I say goodbye, so I'm going to say goodbye in the most amazing face that I can do. So yeah, goodbye.